investment accounts. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Raider Automotive is a full-service repair shop, collision center, and the only AAA authorized towing facility in Northfield. That means if you are in a minor or major collision this winter, or a deer finds your vehicle, Raider Auto can handle it all. We work with all major insurance companies to handle your vehicle from the tow to completing all your vehicle's repairs. Raider Auto on Highway 3 South in Northfield, 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Or find us at RaiderAutomotive.net. Go Raiders!
No matter what business you're in, it's hard to find someone to keep your business clean. ServiceMaster by Ayatt's janitorial services cover everything from floor care and carpet cleaning to general cleaning, windows, and power washing. When you're in need of janitorial cleaning services, demand the yellow van. Call ServiceMaster by Ayatt today.
Demand the yellow van. Call ServiceMaster.
Hometown Credit Union has proudly been serving your community for over 50 years. What originally started with little more than a ledger book and a cash box, Hometown is a not-for-profit financial institution that serves the needs of over 23,000 people. We offer all the products and services you expect, while also being personal enough to truly partner with our members through all of life's journeys. Visit our website at hometowncu.coop and see why Hometown Credit Union can be your trusted partner for financial success.
Business is more than work. It's your passion, your investment, your future. At Northfield Insurance Agency, they provide customized business insurance that fits your operation. Whether you run a shop, a farm, or a fleet, with decades of experience and trusted insurance partners, they help protect what matters most, so you can focus on running your business. Northfield Insurance Agency. Custom coverage starts here. Visit NFLDINS.com and let's get you covered.
Northfield. Meet your new hometown dealership, Soda Chevrolet. Whether it's game day, road trips, or just the daily drive, we're here to get you there with trusted Chevy vehicles and local service you can count on. With employee pricing for all and a full service center, Soda Chevrolet has you covered. We're proud to be part of this community and proud to serve you. Soda Chevy, your trust, our commitment.
Heritage Dental Care in Northfield is a general dental clinic specializing in a variety of dental procedures and services. New patients and emergencies are welcome 5 days a week. Heritage Dental Care is a proud supporter of Northfield High School activities and wish everyone the best of luck this season. Make an appointment today with Dr. David Brust, Dr. David Buck, Dr. Michael Thompson, or me, Dr. Nathan McMillan. Smiles are our business and we want yours to shine. Go Raiders!
Hey teens, ready for your first checking account? At Heritage Bank, our youth checking gives you your own debit card, mobile app, and online banking tools. Everything you need to build healthy money habits early. It's the perfect way to learn money skills, save for goals, and start building independence, all with no monthly fees. Parents, you'll love the easy account monitoring too. Learn more or open an account today at heritagebankmn.com. Banking made easy, convenient, and local. Heritage Bank, community banking at its best.
The weather is getting cooler, but Northfield Ford Chrysler is on fire with some awesome back-to-school deals. Fall into an Escape or Bronco Sport with leases as low as $399 a month with 0 down plus starts. Rates are 3.9% for 72 months or 2.9% for 60 months, plus rebates and big discounts on new F-150s. When you're ready for an extraordinary sales experience, we're ready to serve anytime at FordandNorthfield.com, located on Highway 3 here in Northfield.
It can be hard finding an eye clinic that makes you feel seen and cared for in a way that suits you. At River Valley Eye Professionals, we pride ourselves on tailoring our care to you and your specific needs. We won't just see you in our offices. We may see you at a local ball game or at the high school for another event. We get to know you and what you hold dear so we can give you the best possible care. Learn more at rvep.com. River Valley Eye Professionals. Don't miss seeing your world.
Comprehensive Wealth Solutions is here to help you make informed decisions about your financial future. CWS understands that financial goals must evolve and adapt over time. That's why clients come first. CWS can provide you with a wealth strategy that aligns with your vision and values. As an independent financial planning and wealth management firm, CWS provides solutions for individuals and businesses alike. Visit cwsfbo.com for more information. CWS, providing big-time advice the small-town way.
At Scopos Athletics, our mission is to help you change your life with us. With certified and experienced coaches, we'll teach you the basics through proper technique. We provide you with support and accountability inside and outside of the gym, offering one-on-one and personal training, classes focused on strength and conditioning, Olympic lifting, or pump functional bodybuilding, and 24-hour gym access. Scopos is ready to assist in your journey. Visit scoposathleticsmn.com to schedule a free consultation and start your journey.
To Northfield Live. We're here live from Rochester Century High School. Northfield Raiders versus the Rochester Century Panthers. On tonight's play-by-play, Adam running the camera and doing some color with me, producing his Lance, and then Lincoln will also be with us doing some color as well. Century comes in this game 2-3 so far, 2-1 in section play. Actually, they're 1-5. Excuse me, 1-5. They just got a win over Owatonna, and they got a win over Owatonna a couple weeks ago. Northfield looking to have a 3-game win streak here. Continue this as they got a big W against Owatonna last week, 28-7. They also got a win against New Prague the week before that, 28-7. So Northfield's offense going to kind of try to keep building here. Both back-to-back 28 points game, and the Northfield defense looking to keep these Century Panthers to 7 points again. If they can do that 3 games in a row, that's going to be an amazing defensive effort. It's kind of been defense on the field, but a lot of people are talking about the offense off the field. They're putting up big numbers. JT Groutman leading this Northfield Raider team. Ben Imes, good receiver, but it's been Weber in the backfield. You got good pass breakups. Michael Stewart, Charlie Becker, a lot of those guys kind of getting into action. Good pass deflections by Caden Oakland. He's also been a factor, kind of some tackles for loss. And I think that the defense just kind of doesn't really get a lot of praise sometimes, and you got to shout them out when credit is due.
Yeah, I mean, you're missing a couple guys that are really big here, and you're missing Charlie and Christian both out, and Caden Oakland's pretty banged up with his hamstring, and Aiden Wally still with that sprained ankle. So gonna need some bigger guys to step up in this game, and hopefully the Raiders can come out with a win with some strong offense and strong defense.
Raiders looking to take the field here. Century has lost the last 3 in a row. They're putting up a little bit of points, but it just hasn't been something to get them in the win column. Last win was against Owatonna, 12-7. That was back on September 12th. It was in Rochester. They're looking to get back in the win column, and it would be a good one here. Raiders looking to stay in the win column, and I know they're ready to come out firing, keep this winning streak alive, 2 in a row, as this is going to be the last section game of the season. They play Two Rivers on Wednesday for MEA, and looking to finish the season off on a high note there.
Yeah, kind of just have a short week after this one, maybe have a practice one of these weekend days and come out Monday, Tuesday hard, and Wednesday at that final regular season game, and hopefully go off on a good note and go into sections with some big people back out of that injury reserve spot, and hopefully come out and make a big push in sections.
Yeah, it's been really fun to see this team week over week, and like you guys alluded to, there are some guys out, some guys banged up, but what we're learning about this team every week is that there are very capable players that are filling in these holes. You know, we've seen Sam Harner step up on the running back side of things. Charlie Becker's been taking some of the load too. And then, you know, defensively, like you alluded to, Lincoln, there's some guys that do some things that don't really show up in the box score, but like Caden Oakland, man, he can impact the game in so many different ways without putting stats on the stat sheet. So it's just fun to see who steps up each week for this team.
Yeah, I think one thing to point out is Tyler Holtz going from tight end to tackle. I mean, that's stepping up in a huge way. You know, you might not be the biggest beefy guy, you might not be the tallest guy, but you step in, you fill a huge role. A tackle is a huge role to fill in, especially against a big game against Otana.
And last week, Davis Ness stepped up big and played some safety reps after Charlie Becker went out with the shoulder. And also we saw him on the return game too, which was really fun to see. He took some punt returns and some kick returns, and it was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to start the national anthem and starting lineups here as we'll get ready for that. You're watching on NorthfieldLive.com.
The weather is getting cooler, but Northfield Ford Chrysler is on fire with some awesome back-to-school deals. Fall into an Escape or Bronco Sport with leases as low as $399 a month with 0 down plus starts. Rates are 3.9% for 72 months or 2.9% for 60 months, plus rebates and big discounts on new F-150s. When you're ready for an extraordinary sales experience, we're ready to serve anytime at FordandNorthfield.com, located on Highway 3 here in Northfield.
Oh, the national anthem's going right now.
Looking for funds to support your business's growth? Aaron Nibby here for Franzen Bank and Trust. Franzen offers loans and other financial services designed to meet your needs. As an SBA preferred lender, Franzen Bank can help you save time by expediting the loan process from application to funding. Franzen is also consistently named a top 504 and 7A lender in Minnesota. Start your next business adventure today at franzenbank.com/SBA. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC.
We're back here at Rochester Century High School. 7 minutes till kickoff on the board as the Rochester Century Marching Band is on the field. They always come over, do the away team's fight song. Did that earlier in this game. As Northfield, I don't know who won the toss or not, so we'll figure that out once the teams take the field. But if you're just joining us, it's the Northfield Raiders versus the Century Panthers in this Big 9 matchup. The 4-2 Raiders against the 1-5 Century Panthers. Northfield looking to make it 3 wins in a row. Last 2 wins, 28-7, were both the scores against New Prague and Owatonna. Century on a 3-game skid against John Marshall, Mayo, and New Prague. So playing both those Rochester teams. You know, when it comes to this time of the season, it's a lot of score comparing. You compare this team to this team to that team. But I feel like this year it's kind of just whatever team shows up on any given night. It's been a pretty tight-knit race so far, and Northfield definitely looking to get a big win here, trying to catch up to Rochester Mayo and making sure nobody underneath them catches up to them. So
yeah, I think that's right. I mean, last week we heard that John Marshall had the lead on Mayo with 5 minutes to go in the game. Going into score, they threw an interception, and all of a sudden Mayo turns around and wins that ball game. So you just never know.
Yeah, that really hurts us. And, you know, if you win this, you probably come out with the 2nd seed and, you know, probably play, don't really know who you're going to play in sections. And just come out and kind of make your strong appearance and know that maybe we make a push in sections and, you know, show that we're a good team and be able to push really far.
Yeah, 2 seed goes a long way. You get that first round bye on that Tuesday. Get the guys a long recovery Wednesday to the next following Saturday. So that'll be nice if the Raiders can get that in. They do play a tough matchup against Two Rivers. I believe they are ranked in the top 25 in the 5A class rankings. So that'll be a really good matchup win here tonight. Two Rivers gets a win in theirs, and that's going to be a top 25 matchup but right before the playoffs. So good tester, possibly situation, scenario of what you got against some of the top talent in 5A.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one. And I think the way it's shaping up now with the 6-team section, it looks like we're, like Lincoln said, if we win this, we're likely going to lock up the 2 seed. So, and our first round matchup would most likely be Owatonna. So
yeah,
that'll be a fun one again. You know, rivalry. Northfield just got their first win in 11 games over Owatonna. Finally getting over that hump. It's kind of been a one-sided rivalry, but you know it's going to be a good matchup every time the Huskies and the Raiders play. And anytime you can go play Owatonna, you want to go out there and beat them. It'd be good to play them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Maybe get a win over them in the playoffs. Hasn't happened in quite some time. So
yeah,
go ahead, Lincoln.
Yeah, looks like Raiders will get the ball here and they'll show that offense. And like you said, get over that hump in the playoffs against Owatonna and see what the Raiders can do here to start the Century game.
Arroyo going to kick it off for the Panthers. Ness and Wilson. It's going to be a squib onside kick, caught and got down. Good catch there from Jake Larson.
Yeah, you know, that onside or that hands team has been pretty good this year, especially in that Mayo game. 2 onside kicks and almost bring you back and kind of showing them again. And Century trying to pull off a little sneaky move, and now the Raiders will get the ball.
Raiders deep to receive. I wonder if Century tried to catch him off guard, maybe surprise onside kick type of situation. Maybe they haven't put it on film, but Raiders were ready for it. Way to get on it.
Yeah, I don't think that was our hands team. Jake Larson, not necessarily a hands guy, but good job by Jake for sure.
Yeah, Weber and Harner in the backfield, kind of what you saw last week. So we'll see what the Raiders or Bubba wants to start off with this week.
Vasquez comes in motion. Grelman under center. Hand off to Harner. Bounces off a couple guys, stays on his feet. Gets a good gain there. Nice hard-nosed run from Harner. I think last week when you look at it, the player of the game has to go to Harner. He stepped in, fourth running back. You know, Jensen started the game, and then Harner kind of took over the role once Jensen kind of took over on defense, and Harner took off with his opportunity and ran for it.
Yeah, Harner's, you know, a hard-nosed runner, and, you know, he plays wrestling, and he's a good kid. So, you know, you just put him up the middle behind a kid like Weber, you're going to be able to really push forward and get a good run.
Yeah, both Weber and Jensen kind of switching off at fullback. We're going to see the same exact thing with Vasquez showing motion. Groutman going to drop back. He's looking deep. He's going to roll out. Still looking. He's going to chuck it away out of bounds. Don't know if a receiver was in the area, but got out of bounds above the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it kind of looked like a play action, just same motion, and didn't see anybody, so kind of had to get rid of that one and try to roll out.
Yeah, with the way this running game for the Raiders is kind of shaped up, it's kind of interesting to see that we've got like 5 different running backs with over 100 yards. After last week, Sam Harner already second on the team with 180 rushing yards.
In the Faribault game, we saw White's take over, and he kind of ran with that one. We did see a little sprinkle of Harner, and then I think last week was Harner's game to kind of show his talent. It's going to be a stop from Imes. He looks like he lost his footing a little bit on the stop. Definitely had it open, but it's going to be an incomplete pass out of the hands of Imes.
Yeah, just a little stop route and was open, but Imes slipped, so you know that happens, and now you punch away on the first drive, and never like to see that, but you know Raiders defense has been strong this year, so you know they'll be able to probably make a stop.
Bankston going to punt it away for the Raiders. Rice on the 20-yard line to receive it for Century. See this punt from Bankston. Spiraling punt, almost just completely vertical. Takes a bounce at the 30. Going to be downed around the 27, 28-yard line is where they're going to place him. First down, Century.
Yeah, Raiders got some big guys, and you know, one of those big defensive keys, like you said, Adam, you know, Caden Olkin, you know, he's not always making the big play, but, you know, you're scared of him. A lot of teams come into it and be like, there's that kid, you know, always want to look at him. Henry Weber, Brody Jensen, and, I mean, no Aiden this week, but you also got a couple other guys, so really be able to see what you can do. And Tyler Holtz in that new number, as you see, 59.
Oakland and Holtz with some key pass deflections, batting it down at the line of scrimmage. Normal quarterback is Nathan Long. Looks like we're going to go with Caden Grosjean at quarterback for the Panthers. He's going to drop back. He's going to look deep immediately. Pass is going to be well out of bounds. Intended receiver was Tisch.
Yeah, kind of just little drop back. Already showing that throwing team, and the Raiders can get pressure, and they're throwing a lot and be able to get some sacks. And, great defense there by, I believe that was Carter Simon. So.
Yeah, at this point in the season, our opponents are going to know that they're going to have to score against the Raiders, so they're going to change what they normally do, right? And that's what this defense does, is kind of puts teams out of their comfort zone and forces them to do different things. So,
new quarterback coming into the game to see what they're going to put on film. Haven't seen a lot of this guy. He's going to hand it off up the middle. He's going to bounce it out to the outside. Good block. That's going to be a gain of 9 yards.
Yeah, good run there. I mean, Raiders just weren't able to drop down on it, and I'll make it 3rd down and short here, but Raiders will really need a good stop.
Max Elliott, the big back for Century. Good run of 8 yards. 3rd and 2, ball on the 36.
Hard count.
Looking to go with the audible. Another handoff. Spin move. Makes his way forward. Good hard-nosed run.
Yeah.
For Century, going to move the chains.
Jansen just couldn't get a hold of him and falls out in backfield and gets that 1st down. So Century getting a little drive going here. Hopefully Raiders can slow this one down.
Elliott seems to be the lead back for the Panthers. Definitely physical runner. Raiders going to have to do their best wrapping up, making sure he doesn't get yards after contact. Handoff up the middle. There's Jensen immediately to meet him. Oakland to finish off the tackle, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you mean first play throw, and now they've been running the ball, and they go at it again on this 1st down play, and there's Jensen just right there to blow it up, and Oakland helps him finish that tackle.
2nd and 11. Ball on the 41 here in the 1st quarter. Beautiful night for football.
Yeah.
Nice fall night. A little crisp. It's going to be a play action pass. Was pressured. Looks like it's caught at the 45 by Backus. Good play action pass there from Jorgen. Looks like a no huddle offense from Century to open up this game. Receiver comes in motion. Dropping back. Scanning. Pressure in his face. Here comes Weber. He fumbles the ball. And he's going to be brought down for a sack by Weber. Another game and another sack for Weber. The pressure in his face caused the fumble. Lost it a little bit.
Boy, Henry's got to love to see that. That's one of the easier sacks he'll ever get there, as he just has to touch him down after the fumble.
Century going to punt it away. High snap, catches it. End over end punt. Ness coming flying in. It's going to be a good return to the outside. Shaking off a couple tackles and brought down at the 45. He gets to the other side of the 50.
Boy, that's really one of the things that we'd love to see out of Davis Ness on the special teams. In the end of the day, it's a field position game, right? And he's helping the Raiders get better field position every time he gets a return. Fun to watch.
Yeah, kind of playing center field out there, reading the ball, and he saw it was coming in right on the run. He didn't really even skip a beat returning it. And
I think we're finding out why he's back there now, because he must have been showing that in practice, and coaches decided to make a switch.
Groutman going to line up in the shotgun. He's got two tight ends, Oakland and McBroom. It's going to be a handoff to Harner on the outside. Gets tripped up. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, if that.
Yeah, you see Oakland and McBroom, and it always sucks missing Aiden because you're really not able to see that Tyler Holtz and Caden Oakland combo. So you're really forcing to go to McBroom, which is a great player, and that double tight end set is little better, and I always love to see that.
Raiders break the huddle. Groutman going to be in the shotgun. He's going to look. It's going to be a swing pass to Harner. He's going to break back inside. He's going to shake off another tackle, and he's going to be brought down around the 32-yard line. Good swing pass and good running after the catch from Sam Harner.
Yeah, like you said, he's a hard-nosed guy, and he just keeps lowering that shoulder and breaks a couple tackles, makes a couple jukes, and he gets that first down for the Raiders.
The balance we've seen from Harner the last 2 weeks is awesome. I mean, he's been really hard to bring down.
Yeah, he kind of gets hit, and if he goes down, he stumbles, he still gets back up most of the time, and you love to see that. Looks like a little T.
Double back out of the shotgun. Counter action. Hand off to Harner. Wow, he just stays on his feet, uses the arm to keep himself up, and gets an extra 2 yards.
I mean, that's what you love to see ahead of a wrestler. I mean, in wrestling, you never want to get on the ground, so I guess he's kind of taking that into football and just making sure he doesn't get on that ground and staying up and making sure that he gets those extra yards.
2nd and 6, ball on the 28. 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter of this football game. 0-0 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. Double tight end set, Groutman under center. Toss to Harner, and he's going to be tackled for a loss in the backfield.
Yeah, just a little toss there and couldn't really get it the outside. That worked a lot last week with Weber blocking normally in the front, but just couldn't get it going, and now you're going to have a little bit of a 3rd and long here.
Yeah, one of the other things we failed to mention in the open was what we discovered last week, in that we have a field goal kicker, right? I mean, we saw Morshing bombing a couple field goals, so that's another great thing that the Raiders have kind of added to the repertoire here as they go down the stretch.
Yeah, we didn't know if they were going to attempt a field goal. They've just been going for it a lot and decided to do. Groutman going to roll out to his right, looking for his receiver. It's in the hands of Vasquez and out of him. Going to force a 4th down.
Yeah, going back into that kicker, I mean, this does not look kickable, but, if you get him that 20, 15-yard line, let him kick one. He made, what was that, a 34-yarder against Owatonna, so I always love to see that out of a kicker that you have, and if you need to, you can maybe get a chip shot in.
So Northfield going to go for it. Ball on the 31, 4th and 9. 5 minutes and 6 seconds left in the first quarter. Going to show 2 receivers down at the bottom of the screen. Groutman in shotgun. He's going to drop back. He's looking for Imes. Imes going to slip again. Loses his footing on the 4th and 9, and ball goes incomplete.
Yeah, once again, going back to that stop route, but Imes slips again, and, that happens, and you kind of just can't let that happen in these situations. So 2 drives, 2 stall outs, so see what the Raiders defense can do again, forcing that fumble after he started rolling out and forced the punt.
Got to be frustrating for Imes. You have 2 open passes and you just lose your footing. Wonder if you go to it, you've gone back to the stop route. Maybe next drive we see him just take a deep shot with Imes as he's been losing his footing. Something to monitor maybe, and if we get that deep shot, then it was dialed up. Century going to take over on the 31. Handoff up the middle. Raiders there ready. Sent some pressure. Brody Jensen, Bankston there.
Yeah, in regards to the footing on this field, you might even be able to see some of it on the camera, but there's like some rolling hills in this field that don't look very normal to me. Some dips and different things going on. You can see it when you look at some of the lines going across.
Yeah, very interesting field. It kind of is a hill, as you talked about, but
they always have a crown, but there's some definite dips and kind of low spots within the crown, more than normal.
Jurgen dropping back, trying to look, doesn't like what he sees. He's going to roll out to his right. Looks like he's just going to take it himself, see how many yards he can get. Gets out to the 30. So they're going to mark him at the 29. So he's...
Yeah, the Raiders kind of already putting pressure on this quarterback, so see what can kind of go on here and see if that keeps pressure going on, maybe force into a run and just kind of make these Century guys slow down on this early. minutes, early quarter.
So 3rd and 12, ball on the 29. Receiver comes in motion to make it trips. He's going to stay in motion. Sometimes you got to watch the wheel. He's going to roll out of the pocket. Oakland in pressure. He's going to dive, doesn't get to him. It's going to be McBroom.
McBroom, Brody, and Weber on the sack.
So another sack for the Raiders. Oakland was in pressure, and
yeah,
I don't know if he knew that he was behind him, but Caden Oakland in pursuit, it's going to be a scary sight to see.
Yeah, like Adam said earlier, I mean, this defensive presence has been great all year and impeccable. And I think the most points we let up all year in a game is 21, and that was actually the first game of the season. Oh, no, it was, sorry, the Mayo game. But, you know, the Raiders' defense has been great, so you love to see that.
Spiraling punt. Ness is going to try to return it. It bobbles. It was kind of like took a weird hop on him, but he jumps right on it.
Yeah, back-to-back punts where it kind of hops into Ness's hand, and those are hard to control, but I think it was a holding on Century.
We're going to see what it comes in from the official.
Yeah, not a huge punt there by the Century guy, so Davis might need to adjust where he's standing the next time just so that he can get under that a little bit quicker. Those short, low punts are really hard for returners.
Yeah, and maybe that's Century's motto there is we just want to get it low. We want it to kind of be a line drive, make it difficult for the returnman, and if he doesn't return it, it's going to roll a lot and get in our favor yardage-wise.
Yep.
So it looks like Northfield might back him up here and then keep it 4th down so then they can maybe get even closer with the holding call. It's going to back them up 10 yards.
Yeah, that's smart.
So if Northfield can maybe get a better return, and Davis is he's going to stand basically where he got the ball. I think he's even closer. And we saw him with that big return earlier. Century punter standing on the 2-yard line. It's got to be a good snap. It's a little high. He's catching it. It's going to be straight up in the air. Ness going to field it. He's going to return it. He's got good speed. Tries to break off another tackle brought down at the 35. So Raiders are going to accept that penalty, and they're going to get good yardage out of it.
Boy, much better punt there by the Century guy. But great job by Davis to go over and get it and get some positive yards.
The punt, it starts out spiraling, and it just ends up straight up and down. Kind of sails a little bit. So back-to-back punts for Century.
Yeah, Raiders offense will now come back on the field. You know, two stalls, but hopefully they can get something going, and especially in this running game.
Grelman going to hand it off up the middle to Harner. He's going to get a gain of 6.
Yeah, Harney, you know, sophomore this year, and he's really stepped into that running back role. You know, you lose your 2 top running backs, and, you know, this guy just comes in and shows why he's, like, even though he's a 4-string, 5-string running back, he's still here to play, and that's what also you two said earlier. I mean, we have great depth, and I love to see that.
Lincoln caught up with Christian and Charlie, correct, before the game, so we'll be able to play that for you as the game goes along, and you'll be able to see what those guys have to say as it's a handoff up the middle to Harner for a gain of 2.
Yeah, just a little handoff there to make it 3rd and manageable, and now, you know, you could go to that fullback dive, screen, really anything you have in your arsenal as Bubba sees as this lineup goes.
3rd and 2, ball on the 27. Raiders looking to get some points on the board, score first in this one. Trips formation. Groutman is going to be under center with 4 receivers spread out. It's going to be a keeper by Groutman. He's going to dive forward out to the 20. So fakes the handoff, and it's a designed quarterback keeper out to the 20-yard line and gets the first down. Gain of 7.
Love the call there. Keep it simple. Just let JT go out and get the yardage and get that first down conversion. Get some momentum going here.
You know, JT, he's a running quarterback. You know, he plays baseball, plays basketball, so he's got that speed, and you know how to use him. And I feel like that's what we've seen, and I like about Bubba at offensive coordinator is, he was a head coach on this team before and won a state championship and has really propelled these guys and this offense to be a lot better.
Same formation. Groutman just going to go out of the shotgun. He's going to fire it deep. He's looking for Imes. Just out of reach of Ben Imes. Definitely open, had his man. He's going to want that one back, maybe put a little less oomph on it.
Yeah, like you said, very open, but, I feel like that's where that baseball arm comes in is kind of have that extra power that you don't need.
We'll definitely see a handful of that tonight as they already got a glimpse. Imes is he beat his man pretty good there. Maybe you go back to it, maybe you don't. We'll see what happens. 2nd and 10 on the 20. Handoff up the middle to Harner. He's going to spin move, shake off a tackle, get 5 yards.
Yeah, your second down is kind of your, you could take a shot and kind of do what you need, and third down is where you really need to get kind of conservative. And Sam Harner just really a nice run there and gets 5 yards for the Raiders.
This Northfield offense kind of opens up once you get past that 50-yard line. They usually go for it, so you do have an extra down to live with it. Maybe it's a 3rd and 5. You don't get it up, you're going to run another play. We've seen it, but last week we did see the kicker come out and kick a field goal just to get some points on the board. Ball from the 15, 3rd and 5. Vasquez comes in motion. Groutman, quick, flat route to Vasquez, and he's going to be brought out of bounds at the 8-yard line. It's easy, pitch and catch, get the first down, out of bounds.
And to be honest, there it is what we actually saw last week was that flat when you motion him over into that flat. But the way Julian scored last week was on that kind of wheel route, and now you bring in Weber and Jensen, so now you got, a heavy running back set.
25 seconds left in this first quarter. So with Vasquez getting out of bounds, probably going to be the last play with clock running. Very heavy running back set. Coach Ewell going to elect to take a quarterback club timeout. So we get our first timeout of the half. Northfield elects to take quarterback club timeout. It's 0-0. Northfield looking to punch it in here on the 9-yard line.
How can I help you today?
I don't think I'm in the right place. I have big dreams, like Crab Brewery-sized dreams.
I like it.
Your bank is very,
Cozy?
Yes.
Yeah, I know what you mean. We prefer more personal interactions. We dedicate the majority of our space to our customers' dreams.
Wow. Look at that.
I know, it never gets old.
Wow, this is way bigger than your office.
Cut.
Welcome back to NorthfieldLive.com as Coach Ewell elected to take a quarterback club timeout with 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Kind of sent out a heavy formation, and looks like they didn't really have the right personnel they needed for it. Northfield on the 9-yard line, 1st and goal, looking to punch it in, get on the board first, and take a 7-0 lead over the Century Panthers.
Yeah, it looks like they're lining Brody Jensen up in the slot, if you could call it.
He's going to go in motion. We've seen this, and it's going to be a handoff to Harner, but instantly in the backfield is Backus for the TFL.
Yeah, Jensen's assignment there is just to go over and kick out, which he did a good job of, but unfortunately the Panthers had some good backfield penetration there.
Yeah, Backus looks to be the D-end, came in flying off that edge and read the play perfectly. So good defense there from the Panthers. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. It's 0-0 here in Rochester. We'll be back for the second quarter. Northfield going to take it all the way down. You're watching on NorthfieldLive.com.
Borrowing money is a big deal, and Community Resource Bank is ready to help. When you're buying a car, purchasing a home, or fixing up your existing home, Community Resource Bank has answers for all your loan and mortgage questions. As an integral part of Northfield, Cannon Falls, and Roseville communities, Community Resource Bank offers online solutions for business, residential, investment, and other lending accounts. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Fall has arrived at Thomas Gardens in Faribault, and so have the colors of the season. Shop rows of vibrant mums, cheerful asters, and hardy flowering kale. Stock up on pumpkins, gourds, squash, corn stalks, and straw bales to make your porch and home pop with autumn charm. From guarding fresh produce to festive decor, Thomas Gardens is your one-stop shop for everything fall. Thomas Gardens, located between Faribault and Northfield, or online at thomasgardensmn.com. Thomas Gardens, where fall comes to life.
We're back in Rochester on this perfect night. Here in Rochester, Groutman going to line up under center. It's going to be a pass. He's looking. He's going to get brought down. There's Backus again for the sack. Northfield looked like they tried to run a little misdirection, maybe catch the defense off guard, and
yeah, like you said, just a little misdirection and kind of gets red, and JT sacked, and that one hurts you to put you at 3rd and 20.
yeah, ends up as a sack, backs you up quite a bit away. So 3rd and 20. It's actually 3rd and goal, but ball is on the 20, so gonna have to get a good amount of yardage back here. Chunk play is what they call it. Groutman gonna drop back. He's looking in the back of the end zone. Looks to be picked off.
Yeah, really just couldn't see who that was meant for all the way down here, and I think that was Lincoln Wilson, and JT kind of threw it up, and Lincoln just couldn't get to it, and that would be a pick.
Colin Meyer with the interception for the Century Panthers, and it's going to be a touchback, but looking for that wheel route. You had Imes running a post, and you had the wheel route to follow it. Now, Groutman.
Yeah, just threw it up there thinking Wilson could get up there, and he almost did, but you know what happens, and kind of move on and have your defense get another good stop.
It's either Colin Myers or Miles Tesh. It's either 5 or 6. A little hard to see with it being at the opposite end of the field, but credit to one of those two for making the play. Looks like Century was going to go Wildcat.
Yep.
And the Raiders are going to be there immediately. Played the run and fit the run perfectly.
Yeah, it looked like Weber on the tackle and a couple other guys. So no scores yet. You know, you're a quarter and 2 minutes in, and kind of just a slow game offensively and a pretty good game defensively, and you like to see those in this last section game.
Yeah, obviously familiar opponents here, and there's a lot on film so far, so maybe.
Rochester going to go back to the Wildcat. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Looks like it went nowhere. Oakland on the tackle.
Yeah, Wildcat, you know, always love to see that. It's a fun formation, but, you know, Century just can't get it going, and now the Raiders got a 3rd and 14.
Max Elliott was the running back running the Wildcat formation. Gergen back in, and looks like Weber is going to jump off sides. It goes from 3rd and 14 to possibly 3rd and 9. That's exactly what it's going to be.
Yeah, just a little hard count, and the Raiders jumped, and now it's going to be a little more manageable for the Century Panthers.
So 3rd and 9, ball on the 21. Just under 10 minutes in the second quarter. 0-0 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. Century probably just going to run the same exact play, forcing Northfield to jump off sides. He's going to drop back. He's looking in the flat on the slant route. It's in and out of the arms. Bankston makes sure to bring him down. I don't know if he knew that the receiver didn't have the ball. Good football play, but it was an incomplete pass.
Yeah, just a little, looked like it was a screen out, I believe, and just kind of knocked down. And now it'll be a punt and see what the Century punter can do and maybe boot him back. You know, hasn't been having the greatest punt so far this game.
Yeah, Gergen going to stay in punts for the Panthers, so he does quarterback and punts. He's been getting a high punt. Some of them have been line drives right at Ness. We'll see what happens here. Kind of the same type of situation. Ness going to muff it a little bit, but he's going to get down on it. So difficult punts. Definitely a hard task for Ness to do, but he's muffing it a little bit, but he's sticking with it, making sure to get on it. He does have a lot of room. You know, those gunners for Century aren't really getting down, so he's got a little room if he does mess up. And Raiders get the ball back and to set up shop here at the 42-yard line, looking to go in and get something on the scoreboard.
Looks like they might go back to I with Weber coming in. And, you know, Raiders offense, you know, haven't seen them be this slow since really that first game. And just a really slow game for them to start off and see what they can do here this drive.
Run up the middle to Harner. He's going to break off a bunch of tackles. He's still going. Harner. If there was a stat for Harner's yards after contact.
Broken tackles as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if they track that, but
it would be an absurd rate of broken tackles and yards after contact. He probably gets the majority of his yards after contact. He's met somewhat at the line of scrimmage, maybe 2 yards down, and he'll fight off the
Yeah, kind of going
tackle.
back to it. He's a wrestler, and, you know, you never really want to go down as a wrestler, so just keep fighting.
Power to Harner. He's going to find the hole. Really patient with that one. Helmet falls off. Looks like the ball's out, and it's going to be Century football. So fumble recovered by the Panthers.
Yeah, I haven't seen that much from Harner, and it comes out. I mean, I couldn't see a lot. What did you guys kind of see?
Just patient, waiting for the hole to unfold. Hit it, and it looks like he just fumbled a little bit. I don't know if it got punched out or if he just lost control of it on contact.
yeah, with our angle with the pile, it was hard to see what happened there. But
Yeah.
Ultimately, Century will set up and try to take advantage of the fumble. So back-to-back turnovers for Northfield. Century going to hand it off up the middle to Elliott.
Yeah, kind of just a little inside run, and it's a good amount of yards on it. Looks like 7 yards.
I think that's only the second fumble by our running backs all season, so they've been doing a pretty good job of taking care of that ball.
Yeah.
Second and 3, ball on the 40. Another handoff up the middle to Elliott. Oakland there immediately.
Yeah, Oakland right off that edge and kind of just got in there and made sure he didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, it's fun to watch him off that edge. He can cover the ground in a hurry, and once he reads that play, he's on the ball carrier.
So 3rd and 3, ball from the 40.
Yeah, he's kind of had to take over more in that, you know, he's playing DN, so he has to take that option role. And, you know, if you're playing a team that does a lot of read options, you're that option guy most of the time.
7 minutes and 40 seconds left in this first half. Going to go with the hard count. Raiders, good discipline. Jumped last drive. Goes with the clap. Handoff up the middle to Elliott. That's going to get him the first down and a little bit more.
Yeah, just a little hard-nosed run there, and the Raiders couldn't really get it to stop. And that'll be first down. Raiders have to stop with 3 more downs.
Picks up 6 yards. All they needed was 3. So ball on the 48. 1st and 10. Still 0-0, so scoreless half. It's been a defensive battle so far in this first half. Century likes to go with the hard clap, hard count, maybe try to draw somebody off sides, and then they might switch up the play if necessary, seeing what the defense is giving them. Northfield going with a high safety look. It's going to be handoff off the middle, but Jensen on the blitz reads that run perfectly and gets a tackle for loss.
Yeah, Jensen, you know, he's been a person, you know, like I've said early in the year and throughout the year, he's kind of taken over for Owen Murphy, and, you know, you love to see that, and he doesn't play much offense, and that's where he kind of comes in and has that good defensive role, and got a really just good team, and now see what they'll do here.
Elliott did get back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 48. 6:17 left in the second quarter. Gergen in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking deep. It's actually going to be a stop route broken up by Michael Stewart. Good defense. That's textbook defense there.
Yeah, there's Michael Stewart. 7 picks last year. He's got a couple this year and a couple deflections. Really good cornerback. It sucks that you're going to lose him next year, but love to see that.
Looked like the receiver on the outside was Gerber. He was running a stop route, and the inside receiver was running kind of like a fade go route, trying to almost rub off of each other. And Stewart there, perfect, waiting for the pass to come to the receiver, not breaking on it too early, drawing that pass interference. Tight end comes in motion. Dropping back, looking over the middle of the field. It's going to be dumped off. Met immediately by McBroom.
I'll make it 4th, and I feel like about 6.
I think it will be 4th and 9.
Oh, actually? My bad. 4th and 7.
4th and 7. So 4th and 7, ball on the 49. 5:45 left in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Century going to punt for the 4th time in this ball game.
This is just kind of crazy. I mean, normally you're seeing the Raiders offense going out on all fours and just absolutely scoring touchdowns, and now you're 5 minutes left in the second quarter and it's still 0-0.
Another spiraling punt caught by Ness. He's going to be tackled out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Another hard spiraling low punt. Ness, good job returning that one. He's definitely got his number called in this one on special teams, and he's been taking advantage of it, getting the Raiders good yardage. It's not a lot sometimes, but 6 yards is, I think I got 11 yards there. Actually, he might have caught it at the 15, so that's 11 more yards than the Raiders would have had, and that probably would have went down within the 5 or maybe a touchback. So see what the Raiders do here with the ball on the 26. It's going to be a quick pass out to Vasquez again in the flat. He's going to get out of bounds.
Yeah, there's that, motion flat route that we seen last week and this week, and kind of went back to it, only getting a yard, but at least it's something.
So this does stop the clock at 5:18 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, it does feel like the Raiders have been able to move the ball pretty well. We just had kind of stalled out a couple different times here, so let's see if we can finish a drive.
Yeah, you moved the ball down into the red zone. You had the sack, then you threw the interception. You were getting a good drive last time, then you fumbled. So kind of cleaning up those mistakes, hand off to Harner. And another broken tackle. Gets a gain of 2 off of that. Gain of 3 out to the 30.
Yeah, a good run, got hit, kind of got back up, and now you make it a little bit of 3rd and more manageable, about 3rd and 6. And see what Bubba calls and see what the Raiders can do.
So takes off Weber, brings in McBroom.
Yeah, looks like it should be a 2 tight end set.
Tight ends are going to line up on each side of the line. Vasquez, and then it's going to be Imes. Groutman rolling out to his right. He's examining the field, looks across. He's got Imes caught and brought out of bounds. Got both feet in bounds, would have been a catch in the NFL.
Yeah, there's been that rollout play that they've been running all year, and it works for perfection. And you always got Oakland and Ben Imes on that, and you got a replay here.
Brought to you by Community Resource Bank. You see, Groutman, he definitely prefers rolling out right. He's a right-handed quarterback, but he's so smooth rolling out to the right. It just seems so natural to him, and finds Imes, gets pushed out of bounds, and picks up the first down. Handoff up the middle to Harner. He's met at the line of scrimmage, and I think he just got back to the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Yeah, and this run game has been explosive within last week, especially with Harner. I mean, it has been explosive, but, this drive and kind of last drive, it's been stalling a little bit, and hopefully the Raiders coming out of the second half can really start getting that going again.
2nd and 9, they're going to give them 1 yard out to the 49. Raiders looking to cross that midfield just under the 4-minute mark in the first half. We do not have the time on the ticker. It's hard to get it, so I will update the time as the game progresses for you viewers at home. Groutman going to go under center. Harner, the running back. He's going to hand it off. Going to be kind of a power outside run, and he gets 1, maybe 2 yards. Gets to the other 49, so gain of 2, 3rd and 7. And Raiders, big opportunity here. See what Bubba dials up on the play sheet for this Raider offense.
Yeah, totally. I mean, see what 3rd and 7. I mean, you're most likely punted in this situation if you don't get enough yards. So we'll see what he does here.
Raiders have done good on 3rd down this year. I don't know what the conversion status is, but it's got to be somewhat good. They also rely on going for it on 4th down as well. Got 2 seconds to snap the ball. Vasquez comes in motion. Groutman going to look for the wheel route. It's going to be intended for Vasquez, just out of his reach to force 4th down.
Punt. So Raiders will punt with just under 3 minutes. You know, I'm very surprised. We have not seen this out of the Raiders offense all year. And, you know, it's 0-0 with 3 minutes left in the second half. So hopefully the Raiders, you know, in this, first half, second half can kind of get their offense moving again.
So Century bringing out their punt returners. Northfield subbed in their punt unit, so Century was able to sub theirs before the snap. Bankston spiraling punt. It's going to be fair caught.
Yeah, Panthers will have 2:45 to move downfield, but there is a flag.
And a little bit after the whistle stuff, I saw Jensen get up and kind of put his face mask right in somebody's face.
Yeah,
So,
even before that, on the wheel route to Vasquez, there was some extracurricular as he was coming back off the sideline there. So I'm not sure if there's chirping going on or what's happening. But
so it is going to be a personal foul on Jensen. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty. So Century goes from fair catch deep in their own territory, and they're going to be just around midfield here.
You know, that's one thing about Brody Jensen is his temper, and you hate to see that from him. And, you know, kind of got to get him to control that and now give the Panthers a bit of better field position, but hopefully the Raiders can get a really good stop.
Football and an emotional game, and he's definitely a force to reckon with, and he's going to use it as motivation the rest of the game.
Yeah,
looks like Century might have jumped on the fake clap.
yeah, I know Brody well, as my son grew up with him since they were, playing sports together since they were 10. I don't know if I would call it a temper with Brody, but just super intense, right? He's always brings that great energy, so sometimes it just comes out in different ways. And
competitive guy and
intense,
wants to win.
Passionate.
Yep, passion. That's a great word.
Very
too.
passionate about the sport and wants to see his team succeed as well as his own doing. I'm sure he'll make up for it with a sack, tackle for loss, maybe forced fumble, maybe interception. We'll see. Maybe even a touchdown. He does play offense. So we'll see what happens. We'll move along, and it's going to be 1st and 15 after the false start from the Panthers. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in this first half. Still a 0-0 ball game. Both teams looking to find some life in their offense right now, and we'll see what happens. Dropping back to pass. Might be a screen. Looks like it is. It's picked off by Holtz. And he's going to go all the way down to, I believe, inside the 5, inside the 10. Wow, a screen play. Holtz was right there, picks it off.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see much of that, but I kind of saw someone jumped around, and I thought Panthers catch it, but I guess Tyler Holtz caught it, and now the Raiders will have it within the Panthers' 10-yard line.
Big number 59.
Wow. See the replay by Community Resource Bank. 2 weeks ago, he was wearing number 19, and now he's wearing number 59. Catches it off the screen pass, read it perfectly, and gets brought down at the 7-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and goal. Huge opportunity here for the Raiders. Take advantage of this.
I mean, there's a spark you needed. And now we'll see what they'll do here with Brody
Jensen comes in motion. Hand off to Harner. Tries to break off a tackle, but
yeah,
brought down at the 7. So no gain, gets back to the line of scrimmage.
This Panthers team, has really stopped an explosive Raiders running offense, and now kind of not forcing the Raiders to throw, but get, like Adam said, kind of get out of their comfort zone a little bit more.
2nd and goal from the 8, 2:10 remaining in the first half. So Raiders can score here late in the first half and at least get some points. If they can't score, maybe kick a field goal. We did see Morshine kicking some last week in that Owatonna game. Vasquez comes in motion. It's going to be a fake pass. It's going to be caught by McBroom, shakes off a tackle, and he's in for the touchdown. So Dyson McBroom with the Northfield Insurance Agency touchdown. And there it is. Northfield gets on the board with 1:48 left in the first half.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of McBroom on offense, a lot on defense, and, Caden Oakland not in the best shape, and Tyler Holt's having to move the tackle, and there he is, and gets his, probably, I think, first touchdown of the year. So here comes Morshine for the PAT.
Yeah, we've seen that play called before. Holtz has had a couple big gainers on that, but this time it's Dyson, and congrats to him on his first touchdown.
Morshine's kick is up, and it's good. So it's 7-0 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. You'll see, if we run a replay on, brought to you by Community Resource Bank, JT kind of pump fakes a little bit, maybe trying to draw the defense to one side, and he finds McBroom right in the flat. He powers his way, breaks off a tackle, and gets into the end zone for the touchdown. So,
yeah, with the way our offense sets up, I mean, you're going to have teams paying a lot of attention to Imes, a lot of attention to Oakland, and when you have weapons like Vasquez and McBroom and Holtz and Carter and Wilson, there's just so many options to go to, and
yeah,
fun to see the ball get spread around so much.
That's kind of where the depth comes in. I mean, you're losing some of those guys. Some of those guys are big seniors, but, the depth you have as this team is going to be on for the next couple of years, and kind of see what can go on, and hopefully the Raiders can hold out to the end of this half.
Yeah, the depth piece, we haven't even called McBroom's name very often this year, and it just keeps getting deeper. You call it seems like we're calling another guy's name that comes off and steps in a role every single week, and it's probably got to be really rewarding for Coach Ewell knowing that these guys come in, they're prepared, they do exactly what the task is at hand, and they're executing to perfection right now with that touchdown from McBroom. So it's going to be a return out to the outside. He's got a bunch of blockers. It's a big return, pushed out of bounds, and a late flag comes in. So it's going to be a late hit from Northfield here. Another going to be a big play penalty yardage-wise for Northfield.
That really hurts. I couldn't really see a lot of what the penalty or where he was out when he got hit. And, big return, add on 15 more. And now the Raiders, after that score, with about 1:42 left, will have to come out and somehow hold the Panthers to no points.
So last time you punted on special teams, you had a personal foul. This time you kick off after the touchdown. You get a late hit out of bounds. So after the play, kind of penalties a little bit. I know that technically sometimes the late hits can be a little bang-bang on the sideline, but the official sees what the official sees, and that's the call on the field. You're going to have to live with it. So we'll see what the Raiders do. Definitely going to be a point of emphasis throughout a practice this week. Maybe we clean that up a little bit. So.
Yeah. Sorry.
1st and 10, ball on the, is it the 38? Yep, 38-yard line. 1 minute and 42 seconds left in this first half. Century going to set up shop here, see what happens. Handoff to Elliott. He's going to break off to the outside. He's got a blocker. Wilson going to shake off that tackle. Pushed out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Ness was there to push him out of bounds. Good run by Elliott out to the outside. Good block by the receiver to give him about 5 extra yards.
Yeah, you can see why he's kind of carried the load for their offense. But I know our stats are a little incomplete, but it's not even close with carries with him and the rest of the team. So
Tesh would be the receiver lined up at the bottom of your screen here. If he was lined up there, it was a good block by him to give Elliott a couple more yards. So Century going to audible here, getting the signs from their sideline.
5 seconds.
It's going to be another handoff to Elliott. he's going to run into a blocker and maybe get 2 yards. Oakland in on the tackle.
Yeah, it kind of seems like the Century coach is going, hey, go get a hard count. I'll have the audible right for you if that doesn't work. And it's kind of what they've been doing all game is hard count and look to the coach, get that audible, get that call. And, mostly been handoffs to Elliott. Otherwise, just a couple throws. And Raiders have really been able to pick that up.
Looks like Century's just going to run the shotgun. It's going to be a screen pass or swing pass with a couple blockers. Elliott, he stays up on his feet.
Yeah, I think Bankston makes the tackle, sort of Weber, but I think that was Oakland and Jensen who came down on it, and that'll be a Century timeout.
Yeah, Century going to take a quarterback club timeout. 48 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. It's 7-0. Century looking to put some points on the scoreboard. You're watching on NorthfieldLive.com.
Fall and winter typically mean the end of outdoor adventures for your family? Well, not anymore. Visit North Star Recreation in Owatonna to see their full line of Ice Castle RVs and keep the fun alive all year round. They also deliver a full line of enclosed and utility trailers for all of your hauling needs. Find them just north of Owatonna, across I-35 from Bass Pro Shops, or check out their inventory online at northstar-recreation.com and drive away with your new trailer.
From last Friday, right? So when it gets cold, it's...
And we're back to Northfield. Adam and I are just talking after the break. And it's 7-0. We've really not seen this from Northfield. But we're talking, I think right now, let me see what the weather is. It's 59 degrees. And I think last week it was almost 80 during their game, or maybe in the 70s. So it's like almost a 15-degree difference. I don't know what it feels like once the sun goes down, maybe a little cooler. So it's definitely a big temperature change, and sometimes that can go into effect. It's Century going to be a quick pass in the flat, caught at the 22 and brought down out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, 42 seconds, and the Panthers are really going to have to pick it up here to be able to maybe get a score in. Yeah, 4th and actually 11 here.
Great job by Lincoln there to wrap up and get that guy down.
So 4th and 11. Century going to take a timeout. 42 seconds left. Century takes their second timeout of the first half. It's still 7-0 Century on a big 4th down. Let's see what they do after this.
This fall, bring the whole family to Fireside Orchard and Gardens. Get lost in a corn maze, bounce away in the bouncy house, or challenge your friends to classic lawn games. Hop on the hayride, or watch the kids go round on the barrel ride. Enjoy the wide variety of apples, and even pick your own. Wide open lawns and bloomin' gardens are the perfect backdrop for family memories. And don't forget to treat yourself. Our bakery is filled with caramel apples, homemade pies, fresh cider, and more. Fireside Orchard and Gardens, where fall fun is family fun. Open daily from 9 to 5 and online at firesideorchard.com.
We're back here in Rochester.
Oh, they're going to kick a field goal here.
Field goal unit comes out. I'm trying to pick up the number here. Ends in a 3.
33, I think.
Is it 33? So that is Aurora looking to kick what would be a 39-yarder. The snap is good. The kick is up. It is
wide.
No good. Wide left. It definitely had the distance. Very, very deep kick. It just goes out to the left.
So now the Raiders have 37 seconds left and have a chance to maybe go down and, as you said, kick a field goal with motion showing that, he's able to kick pretty long field goals.
So missed field goal from the Panthers. Ball was on the 22. But they mark him at the 20, so I wonder if it's a touchback in high school. You just get the ball at the 20.
Was that where the ball was snapped from?
The ball was snapped from the 22.
Oh, they're just going to knee it.
I don't know why that would be a touchback.
And I believe the head official told Ewell it was a touchback. I think that's what happened. They're just going to take a knee, and Century not electing to take a timeout. It's going to be the last play of the half.
Yeah, there's 29 on. Yeah, there's
27 seconds on the game clock, or on the play clock. 18 seconds left on, teams coming off. There's less time on the game clock than there is on the play clock. Century not electing to take a timeout, to my knowledge. Coach is next to the official. And half's over. Okay.
Yeah.
7-0 here in Rochester. Northfield leading. Teams are going to go to their respective huddles, talk this one over, and we'll get some action here on NorthfieldLive.com for the second half.
Professional Dental Group of Northfield. The doctors, Becky Johnson, John Nowak, Brian Craby, Tyler Yonke, and Mallory Peterson, are proud to call themselves Northfield Raiders sports fans. Whether scheduling for an implant, mouthguard, or general visit, we look forward to providing you with the same exceptional care that Professional Dental Group has delivered for over 45 years. You can find us on the web at pdgdentists.com or give us a call at 507-645-5264.
Hey teens, ready for your first checking account? At Heritage Bank, our youth checking gives you your own debit card, mobile app, and online banking tools. Everything you need to build healthy money habits early.
It's the perfect way to learn money skills, save for goals, and start building independence, all with no monthly fees. Parents, you'll love the easy account monitoring too. Learn more or open an account today at heritagebankmn.com. Banking made easy, convenient, and local. Heritage Bank, community banking at its best.
No matter what business you're in, it's hard to find someone to keep your business clean. ServiceMaster by Ayatt's Janitorial Services cover everything from floor care and carpet cleaning to general cleaning, windows, and power washing. When you're in need of janitorial cleaning services, demand the yellow van. Call ServiceMaster by Ayatt today.
Demand the yellow van. Call ServiceMaster.
At Scopos Athletics, our mission is to help you change your life with us. With certified and experienced coaches, we'll teach you the basics through proper technique. We provide you with support and accountability inside and outside of the gym, offering one-on-one and personal training, classes focused on strength and conditioning, Olympic lifting, or pump functional bodybuilding, and 24-hour gym access. Scopos is ready to assist in your journey. Visit ScoposAthleticsMN.com to schedule a free consultation and start your journey.
Northfield meets your new hometown dealership, Soda Chevrolet. Whether it's game day, road trips, or just the daily drive, we're here to get you there with trusted Chevy vehicles and local service you can count on. With employee pricing for all and a full service center, Soda Chevrolet has you covered. We're proud to be part of this community and proud to serve you. Soda Chevy, your trust, our commitment.
NCC Builders has built and renovated custom homes and commercial buildings since 1972. We are committed to providing the Northfield area with high-quality construction with a singular focus to bring your vision to life. I'm Adam, the president of NCC Builders. You can rely on our experience and attention to detail for your home or business. Take the first step. Contact us at nccbuilders.com or 507-645-8975.
For over 60 years, Northfield Insurance Agency has been a part of this community, protecting homes, families, and businesses with trusted coverage and personalized care. As a full-service agency representing leading insurers, they offer tailored options that protect what matters most without breaking the bank. Northfield Insurance Agency, serving our neighbors since 1948. Visit nfldins.com and let's safeguard your tomorrow.
Northfield Retirement Community is proud to introduce Enhanced Care Assisted Living. In this recently expanded area of our campus, we have increased daily licensed nursing coverage, making it possible to provide a higher level of clinical care and monitoring to those in need of additional support. This enhanced model of care provides more choices, allowing residents to age where they are. Contact Northfield Retirement Community for more information at northfieldretirement.org. Northfield Retirement Community, innovation, choice, tradition.
Homecoming for the Century Panthers as they're celebrating the homecoming royalty. Here's the marching band out there pep band. 11 minutes left in the halftime, but Lincoln, before the game, caught up with running backs Charlie Becker and Christian Whiteman to interview them, talk about the season so far, talk about maybe how this game is going to go. We'll get to that to you right now.
Christian Whiteman and Charlie Becker. So y'all both out tonight, and one with the shoulder, one with a concussion, and like how you guys been doing in your rehab process and kind of looking to be back and get back for maybe next week or sections.
Same thing with me. Just no idea yet. Questionable for next week still. Taking it day by day, talking to the doctors, making sure it's safe. But we saw improvements this week for recovery. So.
Yeah, Charlie, you?
Yeah, kind of same as Christian, just taking it day by day and, trying to get 100% by playoff time, by sections, and, getting back on both sides of the ball and contributing for the team. But tonight, just trying to, lead the group. And, yeah.
You got a couple other guys that are banged up, Caden, Aiden, a couple of those other guys. How are you looking for, those kind of backup guys that, even though they're not going to come in every play, just to come up when they need them, and if those injured players need a break, to come in?
I think we got a lot of good depth. We got a lot of good athletes. We have a lot of good top guys, but we have a lot of good guys behind them too. And we've seen them make plays like the last couple of weeks, like Sam Harner last game. There's a lot of sophomores and juniors that can make plays like that, and you're going to see it tonight as well.
Yeah, I mean, guys like Sam Harner, guys like Davis Ness, you really saw them step up next week. And I think they'll be, going in the playoffs, really good assets for the squad. And I'm looking forward to see what they do tonight and going into section playoffs.
Yeah, this one's kind of more for Christian. Out of your rehab process, other than your parents, who has been like a big help for you to kind of get back to where you need to be able to play?
Oh, man, I've been doing concussion PT. I've been seeing Dr. McBroom at Alina. I've been seeing Kairos. There's been all hands on deck, and been very fortunate for all the people that helped me in my recovery process, and we're getting closer. So
yeah, that's good. Any big score predictions or guys that you really want to look out for?
Number 25 on defense, Brody Jensen, the most physical guy I've ever played with. Watch him make 20 tackles tonight, and let's go Raiders shutout. 28-0 Raiders.
Charlie?
I'm also going to go shutout. I think they get one more. I think they're going to go 35-0.
Yeah, anybody that big you guys are kind of working on and don't really want to go and get hot in the Century team, and who's big and you really want to look out for?
I think they got a lot of good athletes, a lot of good big guys, especially up front, but so do we. And I think Henry and Caden and Aiden and Brunu and all those guys are going to be able to hold their own and even win those battles. So I'm confident.
Yeah, I think they got a lot of sneaky athletes. I don't think the record really describes the team they are, and I think if we don't come out ready, they could punch us in the face. So I think we got to come out of the gates hot, get up early and go from there.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Link.
Thanks, Link.
Scopos Athletics, our mission is to help you change your life with us. With certified and experienced coaches, we'll teach you the basics through proper technique. We provide you with support and accountability inside and outside of the gym, offering one-on-one and personal training, classes focused on strength and conditioning, Olympic lifting, or pump functional bodybuilding, and 24-hour gym access. Scopos is ready to assist in your journey. Visit scoposathleticsmn.com to schedule a free consultation and start your...
All right. We're back in Rochester. Looks like the dance team doing a little dance at halftime, but 7-0 ball game. It's kind of just been a defensive game, maybe just a discipline type of game so far, you could say, from both teams, just turnover-wise, punting-wise, after the play, whistle stuff. It's just been a kind of a I don't want to say sloppy game, but just not the type of game that you'd see from both of these teams. It seems like Northfield gave them a lot of praise that their record really doesn't show who they are on the 1-4 record-wise. And Northfield coming off of 2 wins, 28-7, both wins. Offense played good in both games. Definitely thought they could have improved on a little bit of things. Defense played spectacular in both of those games, only led 7 points. Pitching a shutout right now, so we'll see what happens in the second half. I think both teams are going to make good adjustments. Northfield has come out of the gates hot in the second half sometimes, and we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah, just a little bit not what we're used to seeing out of Northfield. Obviously, the offense has been super efficient, super effective, and putting up a lot of points. I think when you look at the stat sheet coming in, they're actually leading the section in points per game with almost 31. So But I think in talking to the coaching staff kind of leading up to today, talked to Bubba, he said that, their defense matches up really well with our offense. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing, is that we're not maybe moving the ball as efficiently as we're used to. So, yeah, it's been a fun game, competitive, and be interesting to see how the second half goes here.
Yeah, we were talking before the game. It's a very tight section this year. Like, lots of teams close together, and it's kind of anyone's ball game. And you know how you talked about the JM and Mayo game kind of being close down to the wire. Mayo got it at the end. I saw you have some scores pulled up possibly on your phone there, MN Score Feed. We both live on that app, so if you're not on, if you want to check out some scores from the sections around there, MN Score Feed, Chad Greenway's app. Perfect app. You can see any team in the state. What are some scores looking like around the section, maybe for an update for our viewers?
Yeah, MN Score Feed, really fun concept. Actually developed by and invented by Chad Greenway, former Minnesota Viking. So it's an app where the fans at the games can actually enter the scores as things update. So as we look around the section, we've got Mankato West actually tied with number 3 ranked Chanhassen with 7 minutes to go left in the second quarter. Chaska and Waconia, those are 2 familiar opponents. Chaska's on top 10-0, which is kind of a surprising score. New Prague putting up 21 points. They're leading Rochester John Marshall 21-16. And Rochester Mayo, number 9 ranked Mayo, has the lead on Owatonna 10-7. That's at halftime. And then Mankato East, another familiar opponent, they're up 23-7 on Apple Valley. So
a matchup Northfield's probably going to watch a little bit closer next week, besides theirs, obviously, is that Chanhassen, Rochester Mayo. So 2 top 10 teams, final week of the season. That's going to be a really, really good matchup. And I'm sure a lot of Northfield fans, players, maybe some coaches looking at that one, maybe seeing, they played Mayo down to the wire. And if you can see what possibly Mayo looked like against Chanhassen, if you thought that Mayo brought the same type of game, maybe you can compare yourself to Chanhassen and see if there's some things you can take away from the Chanhassen game. Maybe look at a couple things on film-wise, what Chanhassen did to exploit Mayo. Obviously, you're going to look at that once section time comes, as we're probably going to be the top 2 teams in the section, hopefully, if all things go perfect in that aspect of the ranking. It's kind of the type of timing of the season where you look at all the playoff rankings, you get kind of caught up in it. So I'm sure Coach will making sure that these guys don't get too caught up in all of the playoff matchups seeding-wise. You just want to focus at the task at hand. We're going to take a quick ad break to finish off the first halftime break, and we'll get you set for the action here in Rochester for the second half. You're watching on NorthfieldLive.com.
Whoa.
Hi, can I help you?
Yeah, my friend Jay and I are looking for our dream home, something big. Right now I feel like I'm living on top of him.
Great, let's talk mortgages.
Wait, your bank is looking
cozy. Yeah, we like personal interactions, but as you can see, our vault still has plenty of space for our customers' dreams.
Wow.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Garage door won't open? Stuck halfway? It's probably broken spring. And that's where we come in. Hi, I'm James from Garage Door Viking, your local expert serving South Central Minnesota. We specialize in fast, reliable spring repair and replacement using high-quality American-made parts that last. And when you call us, it's me or my trusted tech who shows up, not a stranger. Get your garage door working again. Visit GarageDoorViking.com.
The weather is getting cooler, but Northfield Ford Chrysler is on fire with some awesome back-to-school deals. Fall into an Escape or Bronco Sport with leases as low as $399 a month with 0 down plus starts. Rates are 3.9% for 72 months or 2.9% for 60 months, plus rebates and big discounts on new F-150s. When you're ready for an extraordinary sales experience, we're ready to serve anytime at FordandNorthfield.com, located on Highway 3 here in Northfield.
Heritage Dental Care in Northfield is a general dental clinic specializing in a variety of dental procedures and services. new patients and emergencies are welcome 5 days a week. Heritage Dental Care is a proud supporter of Northfield High School activities and wish everyone the best of luck this season. Make an appointment today with Dr. David Brust, Dr. David Buck, Dr. Michael Thompson, or me, Dr. Nathan McMillan. Smiles are our business, and we want yours to shine. Go Raiders!
Planning for retirement can seem overwhelming. That's why Jake and Brent at Comprehensive Wealth Solutions in Faribault develop Financial GPS, a goals-based planning solution to help you reach your financial aspirations. Working with a financial advisor and having a written plan is proven to provide confidence in retirement goals. The team at CWS guides you in making decisions and works with you to prepare a written plan. Visit CWSFBO.com to start your journey to retiring with confidence. CWS, providing big-time advice the small-town way.
Northfield, you know us at Flaherty's for bowling, but we have so much more waiting for you. Grab a seat in our pub and grill and enjoy a menu packed with local favorites. Step outside to the patio for sand volleyball, cornhole, or just a cold drink in the sun. Kids love the arcade, parents love the atmosphere, and there's even space for parties and post-game celebrations. And don't forget, all you can bowl every Monday through Thursday night from 9 p.m. till close. Flaherty's Northfield Lanes, where fun and flavor come together.
This fall, bring the whole family to Fireside Orchard and Gardens. Get lost in a corn maze, bounce away in the bouncy house, or challenge your friends to classic lawn games. Hop on the hayride, or watch the kids go round on the barrel ride. Enjoy the wide variety of apples, and even pick your own. Wide open lawns and blooming gardens are the perfect backdrop for family memories. And don't forget to treat yourself. Our bakery is filled with caramel apples, homemade pies, fresh cider, and more. Fireside Orchard and Gardens, where fall fun is family fun. Open daily from 9 to 5 and online at firesideorchard.com.
Raider Automotive is a big supporter of Northfield activities, now offering 10% off service labor to Northfield Public School faculty. Raider Automotive is a full-service collision center, towing facility, and automotive repair shop, servicing all makes and models. We do everything from oil changes, brakes, and suspension to engine replacements. Raider Automotive is on Highway 3 South in Northfield, open 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, or find us at RaiderAutomotive.net. Go Raiders!
So we're back here in Rochester, both teams warming up for the second half of this 7-0 ball game. It's been a defensive ball game for the most part. Special teams trying to be a factor in this game. It's part of the third phase of the game tonight. You have the offense and defense, special teams the third phase, and they're trying to do their part, getting everyone their extra yardage. Davis Ness, kind of a guy that has stepped up this season, and he's been getting the Raiders good yardage on the punt returns, and kind of goes under the radar. You know, it's not really in the stat sheet. When you look at it, you don't see it on the box score very much, and I think that's kind of the X factor right now in the game, I'd say, from my point of view. Obviously, the Tyler Holtz interception, huge, got him down to the 7-yard line, gave him first and goal. And
yeah, I think you kind of alluded to it earlier, Ian. It's not only just the punt returns and the yardage that he's getting when he returns it, but just catching it and not letting it bounce and roll and get those extra yards for their, for the opponent. So Davis has done a great job. It's been fun to watch him take that on. And
yeah, going to be a fun second half as both teams looking to get a little bit more of a spark on offense, but both defenses are looking to keep improving on what's been a really good defensive first half so far.
Yeah, one quick note on the stats, kind of as we are taking a look at season stats and overall. I think coming into this game, very unofficially, but I think JT Groutman needed only 2 pass completions to set the all-time record for individual career completions. So 149 was the previous record held by Jake Matheson, who set that in 2011 and 2012. So congratulations to JT on breaking that record, and potentially many more to come if the Raiders continue to have some success. So
yeah, and it's an impressive stat to look at that he came in halfway through the season last year. So he's only have 1.5. Technically, this would be probably now almost a full season. I think he came in week 4, week 5, came in for Seth Thompson. So this is probably just one season of stats, and breaking that in about one season is very impressive. Maybe a season and a game or two. Definitely shows the type of quarterback, type of athlete JT Groutman is. You know, we hear his name called in all three sports, football, basketball, baseball, and very, very good pitcher. I call the baseball games, and it's definitely fun to watch when JT Groutman's on the mound for the Raiders. And
yep, when he's not painting the black on the mound, he's dropping dimes on the football field. It's fun to watch him for sure.
Great athlete. Whenever your name can go in a record book, it's definitely a huge accomplishment, great achievement for him. So congratulations are in order for JT. He's got younger brothers, younger siblings, so maybe they'll try to catch up to his records in the next coming years. A surprise onside kick for Northfield. Simon right there. It's fumble. Looks like Raiders have recovered it. So Century started off the game with the surprise onside kick, and Northfield's like, well, I think we might be able to one-up you. And looks like they did, and they got the ball back. Wow.
Really great job. Morshing has just been awesome on special teams. I think he's been Special Teams Player of the Week twice already this season. Once was Mayo when he got back-to-back onside kicks, and then last week for the field goals. So really awesome to see.
And then I think we're staring at possibly a third time with that one. You get the ball, you know, Rochester's about to start the half with the ball, and you get the onside kick. And Morshing, that's been he's very, very good at those onside kicks, I will say. So Harner, the back, Vasquez comes in motion. Groutman under center, handoff up the middle to Harner, excuse me.
Yeah, Century's been doing a really good job of up the middle wise, just kind of plugging things up and making it hard for the Raiders to move people.
Harner taking over the backfield duties, and he's just excelled in it. He's done phenomenal.
Boy, last week he was getting the edge with ease against that Owatonna defense. It was fun to watch him turn those corners.
Groutman in the shotgun. Harner going to be to his left. He's dropping back. He's looking for Imes. Imes on a go route. Tries to track it, but it's incomplete. Just couldn't get the connection going there. And going back to the run game of Harner, I think the most impressive thing is there was kind of a question going into the season about the offensive line, and they've really just stepped up and been phenomenal. When you're not talking about the offensive line, they're either doing good, they're doing bad, but I think when you're not talking about them, that's good. You're not trying to blame the offensive line for anything. They've taken the task at hand, and they've just done a perfect job with it and helped these running backs get a lot of yardage.
Yeah, anytime you got 5 guys over 100 yards, you know the O-line is doing well.
Groutman trying to look, pressure. He's brought down by Backus. So that's his second sack of the game for Ethan Backus off that edge.
Yeah, you kind of talked about it earlier, Ian, with Groutman rolling right. Normally that's a really good formula for Northfield on offense, but it seems like that Century's been prepared for that, and they've got really good backside pressure when JT's trying to roll out.
Bankston to punt it away. High punt. Going to be fair caught. And it is. Down at the 18 is where I believe. Nope, it's going to be the 16.
Yeah, tough to see from our
angle
here.
We got the camera zoomed in a little bit, but we are a little further away, so just trying to get the right, and it's going to be the 17. So third time's the charm for me.
Luckily, we got the scoreboard behind us.
Yeah. So Century going to get the drive as they had the opportunity, but Northfield surprised onside kick them and got the ball, but punted for their first drive of the second half. Gergen, the quarterback. It's going to be a quarterback keeper designed run, and he's met immediately. That is Dyson and Fields. Kean Fields.
Yep.
Fields kind of a guy that's just been playing nose the whole season. Sometimes doesn't. He's kind of in the scrum all the time, so not a guy that I really call his number a whole lot, but he's definitely been effective. Heard his name by a couple players.
Yeah, for sure. Last week was nominated by Coach Ewell as the toughness player of the week, so he's been in the trenches working hard, making things happen.
Going to drop back to pass. Looking deep. Perfect defense there. Is that Carter Simon? That was beautiful coverage by Simon on that deep pass.
Yeah, it's one of those pass angles where he kind of ran the route with the receiver, so he had good eyes on it for sure, and great play.
Staying in phase, making sure the receiver doesn't get too far away from him, out of his reach. So it's going to be 3rd and 10. Ball on the 17. 9:54 remaining in the third quarter. Doubles look. Receiver comes in motion for Century. Drops back to pass. He's looking, and Caden Oakland with Weber in there as well for the sack.
Yeah, that's one thing that's been really fun to watch with Northfield this season is just the athleticism on that defensive line. I mean, pick your poison with the edges there. You've got Oakland and Bankston on one side, and you have McBroom and Holtz and Weber on the other, so it's...
And Fields on the inside.
It's just, the interior.
It's just been a good... They have a good front seven there for the Raiders. Good kind of a line drive, and Ness looks like he's going to catch it and decides that he's not going to, and it bounces to the 49 on the other side of the 50. Definitely looks like a kind of a talking point there for Ness. He was receiving those in the first half, and it comes in, weird angle, and I'm sure the return coach or special teams coach is if it doesn't feel comfortable for you, probably don't make the catches. He had a couple muffed ones, did jump on them, but...
Yeah, the toughest thing as a punt returner is just deciding where to line up, really, because you don't want the punt to go over your head and go back for it, and it's just you just have to make those decisions, and sometimes it's fine not to catch it.
Going to be the second drive of the second half. Tight ends shift over. Hand off to to Harner, excuse me. Good run by Harner for 2nd and 8. You could tell the offense kind of getting a little anxious.
Yep.
They haven't really been held to this so far this season. I think the Mayo game, the Waconia game, probably first week of the season, is probably last time they got tested. 8 seconds on the play clock. Northfield's hustling up to the line. Tight ends shift. Are they going to get the play off? 1 second. Just gets it off. Hand off to Harner up the middle. He's going to be met by some Panthers, but picks up a couple yards there for 3rd down.
Yeah, going back to that, I feel like we haven't been this slow, as you said, since the Waconia game. And I feel like that was it was the first game of the season. Pre-game jitters and all that, and now you're 3rd and I think 6 here, and it's first drive of the third quarter here. So see what you can do here and maybe go and get out 14-0.
Yeah, I don't have the roster in front of me, Ian, but number 55 on Century just looks like a prototype nose for high school football.
Yeah,
he's really wreaking havoc on the run game here.
And that is Matthew Ding. Groutman rolling out to his right, but he's going to throw back to Oakland for a screen on the left. Oakland shakes off a tackle. He shakes off another one. I think they said he got out of bounds. Yeah, he was looking to break off another one, but he stepped out of bounds.
So, yeah, kind of just, that rollout play that they've been doing, but they go back to that screen, and Caden Oakland, he's fast, and even though he's got a bad hamstring, he's moving, and kind of doing what he needs to do, makes a couple moves, and gets first down.
Yeah, the way he ran that there was reminiscent of him driving the lane with the basketball, just kind of weaving.
Yeah.
The hamstring injury, we saw him later in that Owatonna game, kind of messing around with it. You could tell he was in a little bit of pain. I don't know if I would assume that's what it's from. And gets a big gain for the Raiders there, moves the chains. 1st and 10, handoff outside to Whites. And Century's sideline indicating it's a fumble. I don't believe the officials saw anything, and Whites goes down.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of McCoy White since about that Faribault game, and he played great in that. So having him able to back up Sam Harner is great, and he's a fast kid. So see what he can do here while Sam's getting his break.
Yeah, part of the all-state relay team on the track last spring, so he's got some speed if he can get out in space.
Three receivers split out. Oakland, the tight end. Groutman dropping back. He's looking for Imes. Tight coverage. Ball was thrown out of bounds.
Yeah, that stop route hasn't worked. Or it has worked. He's gotten open, but he slipped, and that time just a bit too far outside, and can't get that one to be a completion.
Yeah, good coverage, though, by Century, like you said, Ian. It looked like almost, I thought from our angle that it might have been PI, but he was all over him.
Good tight coverage, making sure Imes doesn't get away with that one. Imes probably one of the better receivers in the Big Nine this year. And following up, definitely has a touchdown game streak. Groutman stepping up in the pocket. He's looking for Vasquez. It's over the defender's head, and it's Vasquez untouched. Touchdown, Northfield.
Yeah, I couldn't see a lot here down from here, this angle, but, I saw that wheel route coming, and I couldn't really see the score, but looks like the cornerback jumped and must have missed it, and that's a Vasquez score.
And that's a Northfield Insurance Agency touchdown. Once Morshin gets this kickoff, you'll see the replay. Groutman, he doesn't roll out to his right. He just steps up in the pocket, trusts his throw perfectly over that DB's hands right into the breadbasket of Christian Vasquez, and it was nothing but green grass in front of him for the walk-in touchdowns. Morshin kick up good. We've seen that a million times. We know that Morshin's going to kick it in good. We're going to replay brought to you by Community Resource Bank.
With our angle and the sideline players, I almost lost Vasquez there. I couldn't find him, and yeah, he just he was wide open.
Yeah, you'll just see Groutman step up in the pocket. He'll fire a laser in there just over the DB's fingertips, and Vasquez in for 6. 14-0 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. 6:53 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Julian do that before, and he did it in his first game back. Just a little rollout play there, and we hit him deep and untouched, like you said, and that's a nice Raiders touchdown. Like I said, to bring him to 14-0. Pretty about halfway through this third quarter.
Sometimes we'll see Vasquez, we hit him in the flat so many times, flat, flat, flat. You'll break it off into the flat for the wheel route. All of a sudden, you'll fake the flat, you'll break up field, and I don't know if that's what that was there. If it was designed, sometimes that just happens. And ultimately, Raiders get the score. So huge touchdown. Going to go with the surprise onside kick again. Century looked to be ready for it, gets down, but still down at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, going back to that, how you're saying that flat route is actually how he scored in the Owatonna game. They ran that flat route the play before, but then they turned it into the wheel, and Julian Vasquez touchdown, and same thing there. And Julian Vasquez is such a talented player, and just able to make that play.
Panthers taking the field, down 14-0 now, looking to get something going on offense. Max Elliott has been the highlight of the offense so far. Good runs for him, trying to just get something, big chunk play working. But the Raider defense, beautiful pass coverage in this ball game so far. Can definitely tell they've been in phase, making sure not to get those big chunk plays. Adam, it's going to be a toss outside to Elliott, cuts back, and got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, just a little toss outside, and Raiders able to make that stop.
So 2nd and 10. Ball on the 33. 6:30 remaining in the third quarter. It's Raider defense just trying to give them nothing so far. And Century, looks like the guard, the tackle is going to jump a little early. Heard the clap, but didn't realize they were going on 2.
Such a unique offense to see Century run that way, where they just come up to the line very quickly, almost make you think they're going to run a play. Quarterback kind of claps his hands, then he steps back and.
Yeah, they don't really huddle.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a no huddle, audible. Basically every play. Here comes the motion. Touch the man in motion. Quarterback dropping back. Oakland with the pressure. He's going to throw it away.
Yeah, no one in the vicinity. I'm surprised that one wasn't called, but, not always going to get the call you want, and that's going to make it 3rd and about 14 here. So hopefully the Rays can get a stop and go down and score again.
Looked like he was out of the tackle box at that point, or in the pocket, so gets that ball away and lives to fight another down. So 3rd and 14, ball in the 25. Raider defense looking for another huge stop, forcing a century punt if possible. Trips formation from the Panthers, looking to his right. Doesn't like what he sees. Pressure right in his face. It's Caden Oakland. I believe McBroom was the other one in there.
Yeah,
it was.
The D-line of Northfield has been getting active today, and Weber with a sack, half a sack, Caden with a sack, half a sack, and everyone just been having a day there. And, when you get pressure on the quarterback, you can't really Century's forced to maybe run the ball, and now you got 14-0, and you're about to get the ball back with about probably 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Dyson very quietly is having a great year defensively on that edge, and I think earlier in the season he had a safety against JM. Just been really strong.
The speedy Ness returning it, shakes off a tackle, another one. Good hard-nosed run there by Ness, and another great return. Ness just been the X factor on special teams right now.
Yeah, Lincoln Wilson was there for the first couple of weeks and kind of started rotating David Ness in, and they've kind of stuck with him. And he's a great player, and love to see David Ness back there.
Kind of the definition of taking advantage of your opportunity. It seems like that's kind of the identity of this Raider team, is guys come up, take advantage of the opportunity, and it's hard to take you out of the game when you do so well, be so successful at what you do. And
you can just tell that he loves it too, the way he's running. And
Groutman dropping back, looking for Imes deep.
Oh, come on.
And there's going to be a flag called.
Yeah, just clear, perfect ball. I feel like if Ben, like you saw, he was held clear as day, and if he wasn't held, there's his touchdown. And I believe, is he still on that 2-touchdown game streak?
No, only had one last week.
Still on a touchdown.
Only had one.
Only. Still on a 4 or 5 game touchdown streak. Hopefully looking to keep that alive, and keeps moving forward in probably this wide receiver ranking in the state. And he's a great player. I'd love to see him and have him for the next 2 years.
So it's going to move the Raiders up to the 15. 1st and 10. Get in the red area. So getting in the red zone. Let's see what the Raiders dial up. The play calling gets pretty creative here. I like to see what they bring out of some of these formations. It's going to be a handoff to Whites outside, getting the edge. He does get the edge, trying to cut back, brought down inbounds. Gain of 5.
Yeah, great run there I saw, and just a little outside run, called a sweep, maybe buck action, and about a game of 5 like you said. And the Raiders are now in striking distance, and hopefully he can get a score to make this one 21-0.
Sometimes in these situations we'll see JT, we talk about him rolling to the right, and sometimes Caden Oakland will run that a backside away from the play to the left side. That's been pretty successful for the Raider team.
Yeah, I've been that 2-point play, and
just another handoff outside to Whites. He cuts back. Flag comes flying in. McCoy found a hole and almost took it to his advantage of getting in the end zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, McCoy very fast.
See what looks like Century clapping, so possible hold situation. I couldn't hear what the overhead guy said, and looks like it'll be confirmed holding. So going to back him up 10 yards, 2nd and 15, ball on the 20. So you go from 2nd and 5, ball on the 10. Now you're backed up to the 20. Sometimes this makes the play calling a little easier. You got a little more room to work with, maybe pass heavy, 2nd and 15. Groutman rolling to his right. He's looking, finds Vasquez in the flat. He's going to spin and be brought out of bounds for a gain of
5, I believe. For 6.
Looks like they're just going to give him a gain of 1.
Oh. Oh, my bad. It was 3rd and 15. Yeah, so kind of you're close in the field goal range and possibly a boot here, but, liking to make it maybe more 4th and manageable and a better field goal opportunity.
Trips out to the left side, bunched up in formation. Imes, Wilson, Vasquez. Groutman going to drop back. He's got Oakland in the middle of the field. It's caught. Touchdown. Groutman to Oakland for a Northfield Insurance Agency touchdown.
Yeah, kind of just threw that one up. I didn't have the best angle on it, but it looked like Caden came down with that one and make it hopefully 21-0 after Morsheen makes this extra point. We will get a Community Resource Bank replay.
There was a defender in Oakland's face, so it wasn't an easy catch, but made it easy for the 6 points. Morsheen's kick is up and good. Was probably good from 30. It's 21-0 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. But you just see it's almost kind of like a tight end dump-ish play, and Oakland just runs straight up the seam, brought to you by a Community Resource Bank. And you just see Oakland cut right up the seam, and he's home free into the end zone for 6. Opens it up to a 3-touchdown game. Northfield been comfortable with 3 touchdown games, winning their last games 28-7, the last 2 of them. So
yeah, just kind of a seam beater, you could call it, and just threw it to the point where Caden thought he could catch it, and the Century defender couldn't. And now the Raiders 21-0 with, I believe, 3:38 left in this 3rd quarter.
And that's what makes this Northfield offense so hard to defend. I mean, you get Imes on the one edge and Julian on the other side, and then you get Caden in the middle. And when Caden's one-on-one, I mean, he's going to win that battle most of the time. So
yeah, and you got Sam Harder in the backfield most of the time, and he's got a couple receiving touchdowns this year.
Another surprise onside kick from Morsheen, and it's going to be shaken off a couple tackles. Ooh, that was close. I almost thought that he was home free. That was Matthew Berg.
Yeah, good job by Century to be ready for that. They've seen it a couple times now, and
you look out on the field and you see 2 guys with pink cleats. I think you can tell who they are, and it's Caden Oakland and Henry Weber. And it's just really cool here. And, defense is back out here and hopefully can get an easy stop. And 3 minutes left, maybe hold out to this 3rd quarter and get back on offense.
3:33. Left in the 3rd quarter. So 3rd drive. Wildcat, heavy Wildcat, and we're going to get flags. Looks like it's going to be a false start. No, definitely close.
Yeah. There's the dangerous thing, though, about this snap count is sometimes your players don't know where to go, and they're getting a lot of false starts lately. So, just hoping the Raiders are lot, and after that big return, really going to help the Raiders out.
So backs him up 5 yards. 1st and 15, ball on the 46. I don't think we've seen this Wildcat formation from Century. I know we've seen it where Elliott is in the backfield with another running back, but we got 4 of them back there. So trying to get a little bit of creativeness, trying to spark something. It's going to be a power out to the outside, direct run, and Wilson right there to give a good hit to Elliott.
Yeah, just an outside run, and Raiders got there to stop it. Looks like it's going to be a gain of about 4.
Now, if they run the same formation, something to take note is the quarterback, Cade Gergen, is a receiver on the outside. So don't try to get caught up with a little bit of trickeration, maybe a double pass scenario if that were to be in effect. Sometimes down 21-0 and you haven't really got a spark yet, maybe a trick play in the cards. We'll see what happens here. Elliott and just hand it off up the middle. Good cut, good blocks. Hard-nosed run, just keeps grinding forward is Tesh.
Yeah, I believe he's been lining up a wide receiver a lot, and they bring him in at the running back spot, and there he is, gets a little nice, or not nice, make it a third and manageable here, and hopefully the Raiders defense can hunker down and make a good stop.
3rd and 2, ball on the 33. Going to stick with this 3-back Wildcat formation. Elliott, keeper. It's going to be a Raider in the backfield. That was Weber. Or was it Oakland? It was Weber. Pink cleats. I don't know who is back there originally, and it's going to be 4th and 2. So good big stop here. 4th down, 4th and 2. You got to assume Century, they're going to go with the same formation. Elliott's just been driving it up the middle. This Raider front is going to try to push the lineman back and get him for nothing.
Yeah, like you heard in the interview, Charlie Becker said big line, so.
Bankston, Oakland, Weber, Fields, McBroom. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and he's met immediately. Weber with the tackle for loss. There's another Raider in there trying to see who that was. It was Jensen. Read it immediately, got up a little slow. He delivered a big hit for a turnover on downs. That was huge.
Community Resource Bank.
From the Raiders.
Wow, that was a big impact there. Holy cow. I don't know if that was a run blitz or that was.
I'm not sure what it was, but Coach Ewell definitely dialed something up.
Yeah, Weber made the first impact, and Jensen just lowered a shoulder and made sure that was not going to be a first down.
So 21-0. As looks like Imes at the top of the screen has jumped off sides. Play was to go on 2.
Yeah, running game has looked pretty solid in the second half. Same with the throwing game. And, you got Weber out there for blocking. And, Jensen comes out once in a while for blocking. But haven't seen a lot of fullback dive this game. And, you don't really need that when you got Sam Harner. But, you can always use that at the goal line. And now backed up 5, see what the Raiders are going to do.
Yeah, one of the things coming out of the last game against Owatonna was, we were talking about Harner and his rushing yards and him being able to get the edge. And with that, although what the fans don't understand is sometimes that how much running these O-linemen are doing, right? Because a lot of those guys are coming out and pull, whether it's Weber or Jensen or whoever it is. So there's a lot of effort going in on the O-line.
Double back set. Groutman in the shotgun. Dropping back to pass. Looking for Imes. Deep. Overthrown.
Yeah, Imes and Groutman have not been able to connect on that deep ball today. And, it's been effective, especially throughout that Mayo game and last week and the week before that. And haven't just been able to get it going. And now you got 2nd and 15, kind of any option here. But hopefully the Raiders just late in this 3rd and early in the 4th can get that deep ball back going in full form.
Looks like Raiders might go with that bunch formation again. Imes is spread out a little more. It looks like it's just regular trips. Handoff outside to Harner. Harner going to go to the outside, get back to the original line of scrimmage after the penalty yardage. It's going to be 4th and
3rd.
It's 3rd and 10. Excuse me.
Yeah, just a little outside run. Kind of got back to where we started, and now give the Raiders a little chance to maybe get a 3rd down here.
So 3rd and 11. Ball in the 32. Just under a minute in this third quarter. See what the Raiders do here. Need 11 yards. No running back.
Yeah, dual tight end.
It's going to be across the field for Imes. Tipped up, but incomplete. So it looks like Groutman tried to get Imes across the middle of the field on a slant. Pass was broken up and incomplete. So Northfield going to punt. Bankston looking to punt from the 18-yard line. Spiraling punt. Not going to be fair caught. We have seen that from the return men and met there by Harner. So Harner running the ball and then sprints down on special teams and makes the tackle. Adam Rice looks to be the return man for the Panthers. Panthers going to set up shop here on the 41.
Yeah, I think you got to give the Panthers some credit here tonight on disrupting our deep passing game. They clearly know Ben's a favorite target, and whether it's a timing thing or they're just working on him coverage-wise, you got to give the Panthers some credit there.
Yeah, totally what you just said. I mean, he's been a big guy, and you look at his stats, he's a great play all around, and you know Century's trying to lock him up as much as you can, but kind of leaving some other guys open, especially like Dyson McBroom, and scored that touchdown.
Here comes a late Panther. He's missing one guy for the piece of the puzzle, and here it is. Handoff to the outside. Trying to break free, but he's not getting past Caden Oakland. Met at the line of scrimmage.
Looks like that will bring us to the end of the third quarter.
And it will. So that's the end of the third quarter. 21-0. Northfield still putting up a shutout on defense. We'll see what the fourth quarter has in store. You're watching on NorthfieldLive.com.
It can be hard finding an eye clinic that makes you feel seen and cared for in a way that suits you. At River Valley Eye Professionals, we pride ourselves on tailoring our care to you and your specific needs. We won't just see you in our offices. We may see you at a local ball game or at the high school for another event. We get to know you and what you hold dear so we can give you the best possible care. Learn more at rvep.com. River Valley Eye Professionals. Don't miss seeing your world.
Hometown Credit Union has proudly been serving your community for over 50 years. What originally started with little more than a ledger book and a cash box, Hometown is a not-for-profit financial institution that serves the needs of over 23,000 people. We offer all the products and services you expect, while also being personal enough to truly partner with our members through all of life's journeys. Visit our website at hometowncu.coop and see why Hometown Credit Union can be your trusted partner for financial success.
We're back to NorthfieldLive.com. It's 21-0 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. Fourth quarter just about to get underway. We're about to snap this one and get this thing ready for the home stretch. Elliott's in the Wildcat again with those three backs. It's going to be a pass. He's going to keep it. Looking. It looks like he's going to just take off and run. McBroom there to bring him down for a sack. Sack, right? He went to pass, so.
I think so, yeah. And you got to give Jensen some credit there, too. He forced him back in. So I know you don't get assists on sacks, but that was a great job by Brody to hold the edge.
Tackle for loss, sack, however you want to put it up. We're gonna give them both of them.
There you go.
In our stat. We're not taking stats right now, but however that gets ruled out, will officially be ruled out. But Elliott going to be, actually looks like they're going to bring in Gergen next quarterback now. He's going to drop back looking for a pass in the flat. He's got a guy. Wilson there, and he bounces off the tackles. Jensen Adam Rice, the receiver. It's a good pass and catch to get them 6 yards, 4th and 9, ball on the 42. But when the passing game hasn't really been working for Century, it's nice to get 6 yards there and get some 4th and somewhat manageable, a little long than they probably want.
Yeah, it's been fun to see the Panthers give us some different looks here with, like you said, 4 guys in the backfield last drive and a lot of different stuff.
Tesh comes in motion. Dropping back, looking, pressure, Weber. There for the sack. Another sack from Weber. Henry Weber.
Yeah, I know we're not keeping track here, but he's got at least a couple today, doesn't he?
I believe so. I think at the half he had 1.5, perhaps.
I feel like as a team we have a bunch as well.
Definitely getting a lot of pressure, and that's a turnover on downs. So Northfield forcing back-to-back turnover on downs for the Panthers. And they get good field position here. Ball on the 37. Already looking to get into the red area. Handoff to Whites. Speedster cuts back inside. Gets 2 yards. Gets 3 yards. They're going to give him an extra one. So 2nd and 7, ball on the 34. It's definitely getting a little chillier. You can tell people bringing their blankets, their coats, their pants. It's football in fall Minnesota.
Definitely feels like more football weather than last week.
For sure. Handoff up the middle to White. He's going to be met. He might even lost a yard there to the 35, so it's going to set up 3rd and 8. But looking at the people, we're outside on top of the nice setup we've got here on the track at Rochester. And hot chocolate is definitely the drink of choice tonight for a lot of people. So just above 9 minutes. It's actually going to hit 9 minutes as the Northfield breaks the huddle here. Remaining in the ball game, 3 receivers out to Groutman's right. Probably going to see him roll out to the right. He does. He's going to step up, looking, pump fakes, and he's going to be brought down at the 40. Sacked by Mason Teal. So big sack there. Northfield turns it over on downs, and they actually lose yardage. And they're going to have to punt it away. Bankston looking for a good opportunity to pin the Panthers deep and give that Raider defense a good opportunity. High punt, and it's caught at the 7. They're going to mark him at the 9.
Yeah, again, it was another rolling right play for Raider offense that the Century Panthers are ready for, and they continue to disrupt that as I think they've gotten 3 sacks now on plays where JT has rolled out to the right.
And is actually roughing the kicker. So I think the Raider offense is going to come back out here. And is that going to move the chains?
I'm not sure if it's automatic, but it looks like they're moving.
Yeah, so that's going to move the chains. 10-yard penalty, ball on the 29 now, and Northfield going to set up shop. So you punted. I mean, the defense was going to give, or Century was going to get the ball on the 9. So I assumed the defense was going to do their best job to hold them there, but why not keep the ball? So ball's on the 24, excuse me, so that was a 15-yard penalty. Hand up the middle to Weber. Gets a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, ball in the 20. Another I formation. Handoff to Weber again. He's going to keep going. Big gain to the 11. 9-yard carry there from Weber.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said about, mixing up the running backs. Every running back feels a little bit different to tackle, and Henry Weber is definitely going to feel different than McCoy Whites or Sam Harner. So.
Yeah, and that's what's so good about having two big guys that you can play fullback, Jensen and Weber. So, great, those heavy guys, and you just keep running that fullback dive, pitch, something like that, and always just a diverse offense for sure.
Handoff again to Weber. Met at the line of scrimmage, keeps going, and a gain of 1. So makes something out of what was a loss.
Yeah, it looked like he got crossed up with JT on the handoff, but still able to lean forward. And
Northfield making sure the ball isn't getting out anywhere.
Yeah, just trying to play conservative. 21-0 and 6:30 left in this fourth quarter. Feels like it's been a really fast game because I feel like there's just been no scoring till kind of late in this third quarter.
Handoff to Harner. Stays up on his feet and gets to the 7-yard line. 3rd and 5. First down is at the 2-yard line. So if they get to the 2, that'll move the chains to be 1st and goal.
Looks like we almost have a yellow first down line on the field with that orange soccer box line there. It's kind of funny.
Tight ends shift. Oakland to McBroom. Harner, handoff, outside, cuts back, touchdown, Sam Harner.
Sam Harner outside, easy touchdown.
And he walked in. I don't even know if he got touched. Just broke it off to the outside. He gets in with 5:33 left. Northfield Insurance Agency touchdown.
Yeah, Christian Whiteman walks up to me and goes, "What was my score prediction?" I said 28-0, and he goes, "Yes, sir. Looks like it's going to be like that after this PAT."
It is 28-0.
It is. So Raiders score again. Oakland and Harner. McBroom started it off. Raiders have been moving since that McBroom score, and here's the replay.
Brought to you by Community Resource Bank. You just see regular handoff on the outside, and Harner does the rest of the job.
Really underrated skill for running backs is knowing when to put your foot in the ground and head upfield, and we've seen Sam do that so well the last 2 weeks, and that was a great evidence of that on that play. He just picked his spot and sliced the defense.
Yeah.
Raiders going to kick it off. So if you're here for the interview Lincoln had with Christian Whiteman, Charlie Becker, Whiteman predicted 28-0, but Becker predicted 35-0. So we'll see if the Raiders can get one in and get Becker on the right side, or if they hold him and Whiteman stays on the 28 side. So we'll see what happens there. Interesting. Morsham going to kick it deep. Caught at the 5. Raiders flow into the ball and get him down at the 24.
Yeah, 5:30 left in this fourth quarter. Century just, looking for something. Don't want to go out of this with 0 points. And Raiders' defense has been great. Offense has been great. And you see not a lot of starters in there anymore. Looks like the Raiders are going to start cycling out some guys. See Weber in there. Staub. McBroom. That's about it for their starters. Eli Bankson. And looks like the Raiders are trying to just give some guys that don't play a lot just that playing time. It's really nice to see.
A good opportunity for maybe some seniors that don't play, juniors that don't play. They do get their moment to shine on the JV team, and super awesome to see these guys come in and try to take advantage of the opportunity that they are given. Elliott, the Wildcat running back, he's going to take it up the middle, spin move, trying to spin move again, stumbles his way forward for a first down.
Yeah, Elliott's a hard runner, and Adam, you go now.
I was just going to say, not sure if you guys noticed who was in on that tackle on the kickoff, but it was none other than Mr. Harner. That guy's everywhere. He's just got a nose for the ball.
He scores the touchdown, and he just comes in and plays DN, backup DN. So
yep.
It's pretty awesome to see. Wildcat, direct snap, going to the outside, cuts back, and looks like he gets another first down. Flag comes in at the end of the play.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be on number 5. I don't got a sheet with me, so I can't see names, but yeah, just kind of pushed him over and laid on him for a little bit too long, and back Century up 10. Excuse me, sorry.
Officials talking it over. And it is going to back him up. Just 5, looks like. Oh, nope. It is holding. Going to back him up to 10. So ball is going to be on the 28.
Yeah, that was weird.
Going with the Wildcat again. Handoff up the middle. Wrapped up by a bunch of Raiders.
Elliott before the play was like pointing at, I think one of the Raiders maybe at his lineman to go block some, telling him who to block, but
tackle there by Van Sickle. Outside run. Met there. We got another flag. Could be a possible holding.
Yeah.
Good job by Devin Monroe to run with him and wrap him up.
Yeah.
Looking for the word from the official here. And is holding on the Panthers, so going to back him up another 10 yards.
So most likely here. I mean, second and very long. But the Raiders can keep holding out and put these backups in, and I feel like Century's really just trying to pound this Wildcat and kind of show that we're a hard-running team. And
2nd and 19. Direct snap to Elliott. Trying to get to the outside, brought down by Van Sickle. Another flag comes in from the secondary.
And that's the 4th flag this drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody's having trouble with their assignment on the line.
See what the call on the field is. It's on the defense. I wonder if it's face mask possibly.
Oh, it must have been.
Yep. Face mask penalty. And that's going to move the chains. So Century's backed itself up.
Clock is running. 3:50 left in the 4th quarter. 28-0 Raiders. Again.
Another direct snap. Going to try to go to the outside.
Met by Staub.
McBroom, yeah, it was McBroom. Right? Is that 50? Yeah. He was just holding him on by his jersey, making sure he didn't go anywhere.
Yep. Team effort. Caden Staub coming in to help him out. Caden, I know, started the season kind of banged up, so it's been fun to see him get some reps and get in there on defense.
Someone with his hamstring, and love to see him back in there.
Run up the middle to Tetch. Bankston with a tackle. Will move the chains.
Yeah, it seems like Panthers are slowly running this clock down. Just hit the 3-minute mark, and maybe just trying to get in one last score before this game ends. Wildcat, this has been this whole drive.
So handoff up the middle again to Tetch. It's going to be a gain of a couple there. So second and 3. Second and 3. Ball on the 35. Just sticking with this Wildcat for the Panthers. Seems to be working. Spin move. Brought down by Harner. Harner with the tackle. Moves the chains. Looks like it's just going to be short. It's a second and inches, or third and inches.
Yeah.
2 minutes remaining in the ball game.
Outside run.
And it's going to be a long run. Tackled out of bounds. Good run there by Ethan Backus.
So it looks like neither of the boys' score predictions may be right here. Essentially looks like they might score.
Got to the 10-yard line. First and goal.
Raiders still trying to hold on strong here.
It's going to be a handoff, or just keeper it up the middle to Elliott. He's going to cut back in for the touchdown. So 1:33 left, and Century Panthers get in to make it 28-6.
Yeah, just they've been running that Wildcat the whole drive and just can't stop it there, and makes it 28-7 here, and Raiders can't hold on to that shutout, but at least show that they're still a dominant team and will come out with this win.
Attempting the point after is Aurora. It's going to be a fake. He's going to be brought down. They're going to say he was down. Monroe was there to pick it up, but didn't go anywhere. So they get the touchdown, 28-6 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. 1:33 left.
Yeah, just now. So it looks like that the
That was a design fake there.
Yeah, it looked like right out of the gun there. So it'll be 28-6 will be your final score here as the Raiders will get this kickoff and kneel it out. Adam, any kind of last thoughts you have here out of this game?
No, yeah, I think it's a lot of what we've seen so far from this Raider offense and this team. It's just really consistent, right? It's almost like a broken record with these scores, I think, with the 28 points and only giving up one score the last 3 or 4 weeks. So,
yeah, you know, big scores have been that Laconia game, which was a start one, and then Rochester Mayo, which we almost came back in, and now the Raiders will go into victory formation with most likely David Ness coming out to play quarterback for your Raiders. Yeah, I mean, dominant performance here, and Raiders really showing that they're going to be tough to beat during sections, and Mayo's a team to beat out there, and, you know, Owatonna's not going to be any easy punch through. You know, they've always been pretty hard to beat in our section. I mean, good win last week, but I feel like they'll be pretty hard to beat, and hopefully Raiders can come out with a win next week against Two Rivers, both in the top 25, as the Raiders and David Ness go into victory formation.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I think what we've learned is that the Raiders can win games a bunch of different ways. We've seen a lot of different things. I feel like, sort of overall feeling tonight is that we haven't played great, but still, when you look at the scoreboard, it's 28-6 at the end of the day. So,
yeah, you start off that first half, you score 7 to end the half, and you come on that third quarter, you get Julian Vasquez big tutty, Oakland big tutty, and then Sam Harner finishes off, and then Elliott brings it down on a Wildcat formation the whole drive and comes out and scores for Century, as the Raiders will take one more or two more kneels, or I should say runs, to end out this game. It's David Ness. Turn. And that one off. Will be about a 3 or 2 yard gain, as this play here will be the end of your Century Panthers and Northfield Raiders.
yeah, that was Maddox Fredrickson with the carry there for the Raiders.
Yeah, Maddox played pretty good in the JV game. Came in a little bit playing for us, as we had a 9th grade and JV combined game. Just one more play. David Ness probably kneel, or a handoff to Maddox, and there it is to the outside. And that will be the end of this Panthers and Raiders football game. Raiders 28, Panthers 6. As we will come back with your post-game cleanup after this short break.
No matter what business you're in, it's hard to find someone to keep your business clean. ServiceMaster by Ayatt's Janitorial Services cover everything from floor care and carpet cleaning to general cleaning, windows, and power washing. When you're in need of janitorial cleaning services, demand the yellow van. Call ServiceMaster by Ayatt today.
Demand the yellow van. Call ServiceMaster.
Stay up to date on Raider activities by following Northfield Live on social media. See what's on tap for the weekend daily game day graphics. You'll get the fast updates of game postponements and cancellations. Like and share our posts to keep others updated, and comment any questions for quick answers. Follow us on Facebook at Northfield Live MN and on Instagram and X at Northfield Live.
Good, you come back and you're back.
We're back here in Rochester for the victory 28. Was it 28-7?
Yes.
Victory. So another 28-7.
28-6.
28-6.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
28-6. So another 28-6 victory. That's 3 in a row. 1 point. So another really good game. Very slow start to the game. It was 7-0 at halftime, 0-0 in the first quarter. Then all of a sudden, second half, Northfield made their adjustments. JT Groutman throwing for 3 touchdowns. Sam Harner getting the other rushing touchdown in. So offense kind of explodes. Defense plays another phenomenal, sound, fundamental game. Definitely some things to clean up, but it was a very successful Raider victory to improve to 5-2 on the season.
Yeah, slow start. You don't see that a lot out of the Raiders, and you know what happens. So come out, win this game 28-6, and a lot of ups and downs, but came out. Sam Harner looked great again once again, and hopefully can last out one more week for those 2 other backs to get back and have a good running back core, and just looked really good throughout the rest of the season, and hopefully this defense can stay as good as it has been, and Raiders should have a pretty fun time during sections.
Yeah, you met up with Christian and Charlie before the game. They said they're kind of definitely didn't know when the timetable was to return. So when you have Harner running as good as he is, it's really, really valuable that you have a guy that can come in, and then Whites comes in right after, super fast, can get off the edge super fast, breaking off some good runs, and then just Groutman being Groutman. JT just another dominant game, throws for 3 touchdowns, and it's just another really good, nice win. They didn't really find Imes a whole lot, but they found other ways to win the game, and I think that really shows your character deep into the season.
I'm showing the interception right now.
They've been showing they've been going to Imes a lot. It's been Imes a lot, and then they get Vasquez involved, they get Oakland involved, they get McBroom involved when they don't have Holtz in there. Holtz, huge interceptions. So it's one after another that kind of step up for each other. When one thing doesn't work, Raiders seem to have an alternate. One thing also works after that. So
yeah, I think that's one sign of a great quarterback is you just throw to the guy that's open, right? And that's what JT has done all year long, getting all these guys involved and, like we said before, when just finding different ways to win. So it'll be a quick turnaround, obviously, with MEA week coming up, and Two Rivers, a strong opponent like we talked about. They're coming off a big loss to St. Thomas Academy, who's currently ranked number 1, so I'm sure they'll be hungry.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 top 25 teams matching up, and it's going to be a real good, nice test for both teams before section play opens up. Well, on Northfield Live next, you can catch Northfield Volleyball versus Owatonna on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Also on Tuesday, we're covering the boys soccer Section 1 AA championship game at 7:30. Tune in and cheer on Northfield as they take on Winona High School.
They could go to state?
They can go to state.
Nice.
And the highly anticipated boys soccer finals. From all of us here at Northfield Live, thank you.